Welcome to the next episode of Rock and Roleplay. We're a group of university students playing Dungeons and Dragons. I'm your DM, Jacob Stanley, and these are our players, Emily, Griffin, Becky, and Anthony. And we're going to go into a quick recap if you missed the last episode so you can get caught up. So, where we left off last game is you all were escorting a merchant caravan. The nobleman Tarhad was your charge, and you were assigned to escort him from Haven to Pearlfair. Haven being the main metropolis of the city, being having the highest population, being a place known for its wealthy nobles to its poor peasants. You can find almost anything here, and that is where you just come from. You're now going to Pearlfair. It is most known for its proximity to the Academy, the hub of magic in the continent of Caslith. It is a place where all magical items can be found, and it is the source of most of the magical wares that are produced by this country. And it is very close in proximity to the Mage Guild. It is basically a hub for magic. Now, along escorting this caravan along its path, you came across an overturned cart. Seeing it and approaching it from a safe distance, you guys discovered that it had been recently attacked by some vicious creature with wings and beaks and claws. Upon investigating, you were then attacked by the very same creature, and managed to kill it and slay it and fight it off. It turned out to be a trained griffin by the Griffin Riders. The Griffin Riders being, as you know, a well-trained armored guard of Haven. It is part of the military, the main bulk of the military, where people are able to ride griffins and fly them into battle. This one, adorning its armor, was also wounded. You saw it had a bear trap across its arm, and after trying to persuade it to calm down and removing the bear trap, that failed, and you resulted in killing it instead. Taking its head in order to protect the safety of the people in the proximity and making sure no other merchants happen to walk into this area and get overturned by the same beast. You made your way into the next town, a small village without a name. You saw as you came in, there was a large group of people gathered around a central source of chaos and commotion. It turned out that as you got closer, there were almost the entire population of the town, being as little as it is, was gathered around in this one area, circling two druids. And upon investigating further, you found that people were in an uproar, very furious about these druids would not perform a ritual that they had promised that they would do because they could not find the protection in order to perform this ritual, as it is apparently very dangerous. You offered your services, and because your charge Tarhad was had business in this town anyway, you were able to stay the night, and over the course of the night, you took the druids, escorted them out, and helped them perform this ritual. And as you got out further into the forest, the druids gathered to a pre-carved circle, one that you could tell had been carved long ago, and they recarved it, and you could tell that this was a ritual they had performed rather periodically throughout the years. However, as the ritual engaged, the creatures of the forest began to emerge in an aggressive manner. The sky shifted and turned green, and lightning struck in very seemingly random, but also with deadly consequences, force. The lightning would strike the tree in a green-white flash, and the tree would fall and try and specifically target the players, seeming that nature itself was ganged up against these players. So, after the ritual was completed, you were able to rest easy, knowing that the forest was purified, the ritual was complete, and the townspeople could be happy. And that was until you heard a slow clapping, the source being a man named Jack, who had come expecting Mila, to one of the druids, to come with him. Apparently they had known him from prior engagements, and giving off a very, for lack of a better term, creepy vibe. He seemed to be a very slimy individual who also had druid-like powers, he was able to transform into the form of an eagle, and you guys were able to fight him off. And not before, however, Jack struck Belden, the other druid, the elderly gnome, with a bolt of lightning. Mila, being enraged by this, went into an unstable fire-like form where the force of her rage erupted and struck out against the party and Belden unintentionally. She then, in her almost fire elemental-like form, beat Jack to death and turned his body into the remains of ashes. Once her rage settled and the nerves calmed, she resorted back to her human form. However, she suffered terrible burns across her entire body. And you took her and you left Belden, gave him a burial, and you took Mila and your unconscious party members back to the village where you rested for the night and recovered your strength. As we left off, Vyra, the person whose house you're staying in, said that there was somebody who wished to speak to you. And that is where we left off. So,
Jack's back, baby.
There's somebody here who would like to speak to you. You can come in now. And she beckons in a man. And as he walks to the door, you see he is very dark, tan skin, bleached blonde hair, cut short. And he approaches with a wide white smile. And he approaches and says, "Hi, I'm Darius. Darius Vandro. And I heard that you guys are the heroes that saved the city, or saved the village. Am I right?"
Well, I don't like such flaunting labels.
Yes,
Well, take credit for your actions. I heard you did a great deed.
it was absolutely fantastic.
There you go. So, I have something fitting a hero of your stature. If you would be so bold as to accept it, I have a quest.
Even the more stature challenge.
You see,
Tell me
saying
how
they're
you
short?
really feel, Marcos. Tell me how you
Are
really
you
feel.
calling them
that
short?
sounds like
A quest, you say?
A quest, yes.
indeed, you see, I am a bit of an adventurer myself, and I could tell that this is far beyond my reach, and I can tell that you all, having done this, performed such a gracious task, would be up to the challenge. You see, on the outskirts of Pearlfair, there have been people going missing, and I went out to search for people who could be of assistance in this task of stopping, investigating, and figuring out why these people are going missing. From what I've gathered, there is some sort of large estate deep into the woods on the outskirts of Pearlfair. However, people who go near that area seem to disappear. Many of those people children and wandering travelers. And I can tell you that many people would be very gracious and pay a great sum if you were to investigate this.
Would we be able to continue working for Terhad on the way to Pearlfair, or would we need to expedite our travels?
I'm sorry, I don't know who Terhad
And
is.
you're under charge of a rather noble dwarf, was he?
He's a human.
He was a human?
Mm.
We're under charge of a noble human who has requested our protection on a travel from Haven to Pearlfair, and for a rather convenient situation, we were already heading there. So,
Wow. Isn't that fortunate?
I'd say so.
As
We don't
fortuitous
have
as
to-
it might be, we don't actually know your position. You speak for Pearlfair, obviously. Do you happen to work with some sort of municipality?
I'm just a concerned citizen. I am friends with some of the people that have gone missing, and I would very much like to get them back,
I see.
if at all possible, if they're still alive. I'm sorry?
Who brought you here to this tiny village in the middle of nowhere?
Well, I searched all around in Pearlfair. Nobody seemed to be up to it, so I set off, and this happened to be the first village I found. And I guess I got lucky. Also-
Coincidence.
Very lucky.
Very lucky.
Well, I think it's a fantastic idea. I can see absolutely no problems with this entire situation.
Good man.
We would need to discuss the issue with Terhad, just to finish out our contract. with the
Not
party.
only that, but we don't know the people who would be willing to pay us for this kind of act.
I can ensure that you will be paid in full. And he reaches to his side and he jangles a coin purse. It's fairly hefty. And there's more where that came from.
Can I guess about how much is in the coin purse?
Yeah, you can.
Like to make it insight check
Yeah.
on the gold.
I would love to make an insight check on this coin purse.
I love it.
You reckon that there's probably like 50 to 100 coins, whether they're gold, or platinum, or copper, or silver. You're not sure. However, it is for a coin purse just to be at his side. It is pretty hefty.
I look to my right and left, and I nudge my compatriots, and I just give out a.
I'm
And
sorry, it's
really-
something funny.
Oh, something's hilarious. How much do you think our services are worth?
Oh,
And I would recommend you don't insult us further.
Sure. And he reaches to his coin purse and opens it up, and it is platinum. It is not gold, so it is a hefty.
Well, sir, I've misunderstood.
He ties it back
He gets
up.
like hard eyes.
Understandable.
Well, to hell with your hut.
Yeah.
You have my services.
I would love to do the pleasure of telling Terhad that he can go fuck himself. Would anyone like to join me?
I'd like
Oh,
Now,
more than
now,
willing,
let's be
more
civil.
than willing.
We should tell him to go fuck himself as a group.
to. I'd at least like to be there.
Sir, we'll take you on. Give us
Excellent.
but 30 minutes, and we shall join you at the edge of town.
It's a plan. I'll meet you there. And
Alright.
he kind of briskly walks.
I'm just imagining
Paces
that
out.
we're traveling at the same pace as Terhad. We're just like next
Just
to each
next
other.
to
Just
each
like,
other.
hey, how you doing? He's
Oh, is there another griffin? Sucks to be you. You know?
just like
Why I wonder
angrily
why we
pissed.
can't continue to work for Terhad, gaining a gold a day on our way to this.
Because
Because
we can
her
move
hot
faster
is a
than a
dick.
I mean, you're right, but I mean, if we don't need to expedite, we can still remain true to the contract. Breaking a
Same.
contract has everything to do with reputation.
How long does it take to get to
I
the
do not.
city that we're trying to get to?
Pearlfair is about how far away?
From your understanding, you were about maybe 2 days travel.
Oh,
2
hell
full
yeah,
days
easy
travel.
peasy. Well, 2 more gold.
Two more gold to stay in the presence of that reviling young merchant.
2 more
is-
gold to remain true to a contract you've already signed,
Also fair.
and to maintain an agreement you've already.
Very true. Very true.
We are,
And if it's
for lack
we
of a better
will be
term.
traveling there no matter what.
Make a fair point. We are, for lack of a better term,
I hate the dick as much as you do.
mercenaries.
I was
for
really
lack of a better
excited.
phrase.
We can stay excited. It'll take us 2 days to get to Pearlfair, regardless of whether or not we make money on the way.
I just meant excited to tell him to go fuck himself.
We can do that after we finish with the concert.
Sir.
We stop, then
Good
we'll...
sir, has he, I'm sorry, has he left yet?
Yeah, Darius, like once he said
Darius
yes,
left?
he just
Alright.
like almost
He
skipped out.
just ran.
He's like, all right, and the contract is finished. Oh, thanks, Terhad.
Well, my fellows, we should thank our host, certainly. Is Vyra anywhere
Yes.
near us? I assume it's a one-room kind of house.
Yeah, Vyra, she's well, like
Just watching
yeah.
all this.
No, she once she let Darius in, she stepped outside to give you guys some privacy.
Oh, what a woman.
Yeah, right. In her own home.
Speaking of payment, who are those? Do you have those gold from the villagers for payment for the ritual?
Probably.
Hmm.
How much did we use?
It was
20
40, 20
40
to me,
each.
and
You already
this
marked down
guy.
your 20, I think, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, and I never marked 20, so just, yeah. As Morthos hands over the 20 gold to the both of them.
All right.
Just a funny little money.
Gotta start patting yourself on the back. sir.
Quite alright.
Good job.
I will
well done.
always bargain for money. I don't much care for it. Books are cheap.
Okay. So, what would you like to do now?
Very true.
I can't read.
If that being the case, I step outside
to teach you.
to see if I can find Vyra. I assume she's
Right.
close
Yeah,
to the
she's
outside. Being the
right
case,
outside the door.
I say,
outside to teach you.
thank you so much for allowing us into your home, find Vyra. A wonderful.
Right, yeah, she's right
It
outside
was
the door.
an evening of rest that was well needed. I say I speak for the group here when I say we appreciate your services and we are glad that we could be any assistance to your town. We'll be heading out soon, but
Can we
it was
check
very
on
nice
Mira
meeting you.
or Myra or whatever?
Yeah, Vyra, she's like he's talking to her right now.
No, the girl. Mila.
Oh, Mila. Mila.
Mila, yeah.
Mila, yeah. So,
Sorry.
well, while you say that,
All the pronunciation.
Vyra, not Mila,
My
grabs your hand with both of hers, clasps it together. Thank you so much. You've done a great service to our village.
It has been an absolute pleasure.
I only wish we could pay you more.
No, please, please. You have given us far more money than we really deserve.
Thank you. I
Mighty
can
thank
tell you
you.
this, you have made quite the mark on our village, and we will never forget you.
I only hope you're as fortuitous next year, and perhaps may find more druids to aid you.
I thank you as well. Thank you all. You've done us a great service, and be safe on your future travels.
if that's all.
Shall we find Turd-Han?
I'd be willing to check up on my list if the
I may
opportunity
have.
still arrives.
Turd Hod.
God.
Can we all just refer to him as Turd Hod from now on?
To his face? Certainly.
Yeah, no, to his
Started.
face.
The
I would like
NPC
to call
names.
Turd
The
Hod to
NPC
his
oh,
face.
It started.
It's already started.
Um,
Is there an opportunity for us to go check up on Milo?
yeah, she's actually staying in the same room.
Oh, we've
Yeah.
the corner with
Okay.
third degree burn.
Yeah, she is like passed out asleep. She's
Okay.
I'm
At
gonna
this
check
point-
up on Milo. Do you know where she is?
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
dying.
yeah, she's like at this point regained consciousness and then gone back to sleep just from being so exhausted. If you wish you could wake her, but right now she is fast
Leave
asleep.
her alone.
She's...
No.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything.
Give the woman some peace.
If you wish to leave her a love note for whatever reason, you're
I was thinking about
but-
throwing down a healing word
Quite
just
a
to help
barley
expedite your healing process. Do you know if that would make much of a difference, or is this more of like a natural healing at this point?
As far as her burn marks, you would like a minor healing spell would probably not do much unless it was applied like vigorously every day for a while in a like pattern.
Alright.
One
It's just like the
would
thought-
it
the
wouldn't
thought.
hurt for sure,
Yeah.
but
It's just a thought.
okay.
It's a thought that can
Is it?
things. Thoughts.
So, what now?
I say we find Turd-Han and
Yeah.
head out.
Okay.
And also Darius, I assume, since we're now partying up.
You see Darius, he's walking past just there's basically all of one road on this in this town, and you see him just walking down towards the edge. However, Turhad, he is over by his caravan, and he's now loading some items onto it in boxes, just one at a time.
Do we intend to tell Tarad of our new engagement, or are we just going to continue on service?
I see no reason why not, lest he believe that we're being followed by our friend Darius.
Or are we just going to continue on service?
I see no reason
So
why
you
not.
approach
lest he
Turhad.
believe that we're being followed. Turhad, how was your business?
It went well.
Well, it's good to hear. We've actually taken on some business of our own, it seems. We will be happy to continue escorting you. Fret not. However, we were asked to help with a small problem in Pearlfair. So as luck would have it, when we're finished escorting you, we will part ways. We do, in fact, have a new companion with us, however, by the name of Darius. I'm sure you'll meet him soon.
I'm not paying him.
You don't have to.
You're not expected to.
All right. As long as it doesn't interfere with my business, do whatever you want.
We would never want to hurt your business, Turd Hod.
He stops
mind
for a
me.
second, glances over at you. Continues putting boxes, lifting them up onto the caravan.
I assume that one was rather frequent as a child.
That was what?
That insult was rather frequent for you as a child.
Oh. He just
A
This
single,
goes back
a
a
single
little bit.
tear of repressed emotion.
just glares daggers at you.
Vistra steps away from Orthos.
You would be wise to watch your tongue. And he just
You okay?
continues loading on the boxes.
How long is this road in the middle? Like, as we see Darius walking to
Yeah,
the edge
he's
of the woods,
at-
can we just call him over to the
Like,
caravan?
hey,
At this
go,
point, he's
Darius.
gotten to the end. He's probably maybe like
Hey, yo.
150,
Hey,
200
yo,
feet
bro.
away with
Hey,
a
yo,
yelling
beat.
distance.
Exactly.
So yeah, you call him over. Yes, friends.
Go, Hootie. Let's go.
He
Come meet Turhad.
he jogs over. Hi, are we ready to go now?
Indeed.
I believe so.
All right.
The moment Turhad is finished loading his wares.
You need some help with that? I'm fine.
I'm not paid to stack boxes.
Oh, fine. Suit yourself. He kind of gives you a
Elstar goes to
a
pick up a
glance.
box and is like, this is a lot of stuff in this one.
He, Turhan just takes it from you.
Yeah, I got it warmed up for you. Looking out for you.
Oh, true embarrassment.
Be ready to go within the hour.
Cannot disagree.
I guess I just sit down, like next to one of the wheels of the caravan, and pull out a book and just set my record seeker on my shoulder.
Okay.
Record
You
seeker.
have
Playing lazily on the
okay. You have about an hour before you leave. Is there anything you'd like to do before that?
Take a short rest.
Yeah, just.
Have we restocked our own?
That's what I was thinking.
Like our rations and that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's assumed that I don't like to keep track of rations and arrows. It's kind of monotonous and tedious. So when you stop by a
It's assumed you have
town,
water.
you just assume that you stock up on it, and I just deduct it from whatever gold you get later.
It's
Is
not
So
there-
it all balances out.
This
Is
isn't
there
exactly the
anywhere
kind of
cool
You're
place.
to go
stealing
in
from our
town?
gold?
What's that?
Is there anywhere cool to go in this town?
It is a
Cool.
village.
There
Villages
is-
don't have cool.
Yeah, there's not like a place
I
where you
want
can go buy
to
like
know.
magic potions and stuff.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't talking
Oh,
about
well,
that.
actually, he came to this town to do business. Are there any vendors?
That's what I was thinking.
No, you're right.
From what you gathered, he went into a building, unmarked, and didn't look
Well-
like not very. It's not a shady building per se. However, it was maybe a resident rather than a actual business. Yes.
Does anyone in this town keep livestock?
Yes, actually, you on the way to the woods where you performed the ritual, you did see some sheep and chickens.
Mistra's unaccustomed to animals of this kind, so she's gonna go stare at them for a while they do whatever they want.
Okay. You watch
Gonna
for
watch the sheep.
you watch the sheep eat some grass and the chicken eat some grass
It's
and
really cool.
eat some more grass.
Just wide eyes.
I
That
feel
would
like
have amazed me too, being like, why is that chicken pecking at some grass?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do with my own.
so.
I read. I hop into the Accursed Archive real quick and just come back out.
Okay. You do anything specific?
It's
I
Just-
just go in there to read sometimes because it's quiet.
Okay. Is it like
and
a no-
dangerous?
do other people see it since it's
It's
instantaneous?
instantaneous, so if they don't go in with me, then nothing changed for them unless
Okay.
I come back out bloodied because I fucked up.
Okay,
But,
yeah, gotcha.
Yeah,
All right.
I never talk when I'm in there. So
Okay.
He spent 3 years in there.
3 years. Yeah, I came out with a massive beard and 5 more levels.
Wow.
Yeah, what happened?
Killed
I'm
that
now
silent
a
one,
level
right?
20 warlock, and I've taken 4 levels in a row. Don't ask me how.
Can I go climb a tree?
Sure. Yeah, you managed to find a
Like a
tree to
giant
climb.
A lightfoot
I-
road climbs a tree. Get out of here.
Unbelievable. So the hour passes rather uneventfully. Climb some trees, watch some sheep, play some music, read some books. However, it passes, and all of the boxes have been loaded up onto the caravan. And Terhad says, "All right, time to go." And he begins loading up onto the horse and just snaps the reins with an expectancy that you all will follow.
I'll get there
I
eventually.
do.
I drifted off to my sheep.
Kind of just.
But I'll catch up.
I've got like a
later
half of a
on.
lucky stride.
Okay. Yeah, Darius also. Oh, we're leaving now. Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
And so.
Asleep for the
So, you guys all trek along this journey once more, the same path, the King's Road, and it lasts about another. What was that?
It's a
motorcycle.
That guy's got a big dick, let me tell you.
Oh, you fucked it. Okay. It's like.
That was power in that one.
Alright.
I like how you were just gonna continue though.
Yeah. So.
Hope the mic didn't pick that one up.
Alright.
Okay.
So the 2 days pass rather uneventfully. If there's any conversations you would like to have along the way, all of the traveling is basically wake up, travel, sleep, wake up, travel, sleep, and then the next morning you get there. And, is there any conversations you would like to have? Anything that you would like to do while along the way?
Vistra would, I'd like to ask Morthos what he is and what this whole thing is, because I've only ever seen dwarves and humans, and you are neither, sir.
Well, that's a very polite way to ask. It usually isn't asked with words, rather swords. However, I'm happy to tell you I am a tiefling. We are part demon in our construction, if you will. The horns? Yes. I'm, not much else to tell. I'm just simply a demon man who likes to read.
Right.
Right.
Demon man.
Demon man.
What use do
I'm
you
a
have for
demon
books?
man.
Demon man.
The exact use you don't have for them, the game of knowledge.
Oh.
I would happily teach you
Oh.
to read, however, if you'd like to
Mister, are
pursue
you
a
gonna
nobler
take
goal
that?
than blood.
I'm just sitting back with like,
You sitting here trying to be a civil dwarf, and he comes in insulting you.
Just trying to ask what books
I don't
are
believe
for.
I was insulting. I apologize if I was. Really, it wasn't my
You're gonna get
intention.
an
I
axe
would
to your
love
head in
to
the
teach
middle
her
of
to
the night.
read. I would simply like to spread knowledge in all its finer forms.
I have no use for reading, thank you.
Not even ledgers.
I can do numbers.
I would like to see.
Vistra, what number is this?
That would be a 2. I ran a tavern. You think I can't count?
I don't know.
It's kind of like reading.
wasn't the one painting the sign, guys.
I didn't need a sign. I was the only tavern in my village.
Coming to
Everyone
the tavern.
loves my tavern.
Welcome to Bar.
And amazing shepherd's pies, and
Bar
I
the
brew
bar.
my own beer. And I will no longer be sharing with you three.
Bar the bar.
Because yes, I do still have my brewery
Of
kit.
all the bars in
And
all
a
the
wealth
villages
of
in the
beer,
world,
but-
I walked into the old.
So, anything else you would like to discuss?
Now that this has been discussed, I'd like to ask Cora what she is.
Okay.
Cora, what's it like to be a gnome?
What are you, you little man?
If Vistra doesn't attack you, I will. Demon
Feisty.
man.
Again, I ran a tavern. I'm used to being
she's feisty.
savory.
Oh. Gotta teach me your ways.
Patience, child.
Darius speaks up. We're all friends here. No need to get a little feisty, okay?
This is how we friends are. You know, we're a little,
Honey, you've been here for like
we're
an
kind
hour.
of assholes to each other.
Come on. I've been here for at least a day. We've been traveling a while.
And so,
Do you not consider me a
So
friend?
what is your backstory?
so who are
I know
you
nothing
exactly?
about you.
Well,
I was born.
I was raised in Pearlfair, actually.
Really?
Yeah, born and raised.
Yeah.
My parents were from the Drylands, as you can tell by my complexion. And you guys know that sort of a key distinctive feature of people from the Drylands, which is the southeastern part of the continent, sort of the desertish area. They all have really tan skin, bleached blonde hair. They have those basically in common. So this doesn't really catch you off guard. Well, yeah, my parents were from the Drylands, obviously, and I was raised in Pearlfair, underneath a leather tanner, actually, and he took care of me, my father, obviously, and that's about all there is to it.
Do you work as a tanner now? What is your occupation, sir?
Yeah,
Besides
I still,
exploring.
well, you know, being a tanner is what I used to do, but I got a little bored, so I've been doing some traveling myself, doing a little, try to help out as much as I can. It's, you know, just trying to give back.
May I ask how you know some of the missing people?
They were some of my friends, you know, just people, loyal customers, people who I've known since childhood.
Really?
Yeah. Yes. It's a shame, really.
I bet.
Good
I
people.
don't understand how you could deal with just having someone leave and never understanding why or where they went.
It's rather upsetting. I'm sure it wasn't of their own doing, but yes.
Question for the DM: would you allow me? And I don't know if you want to handle this so early in the game, but would you allow me to go into the archive and try and look something up on?
Sure. Don't you have to concentrate for a minute, or is it?
So how it works is an instantaneous entry with up to 10 willing creatures.
Okay.
And then I can check the tome in the foyer, and then I have to make like right when you come in, there's a tome. Just looking at it causes discomfort, and reading from it can cause literal madness and like dysfunction of the soul.
See, books are evil.
Books are evil, especially when you're reading evil books. So, more or less how this would work if you're going to allow it is I would go in, I would roll based on the DC you set an intelligence saving throw to try and find the information, depending on how hard it is. If I fail, I gain a level of exhaustion, and I don't find the info.
Okay.
If I succeed, I'll know where the info is in the accursed archive.
Okay. So you
So,
enter into the
yeah,
accursed.
so I open up my tome and I kind of blink out, and I'm in just a large room.
Okay.
I walk up to the index in front of me, which is terrifying and literally hurting my soul, and I look up all the information I can on this man named Darius.
Okay. Go ahead and you said a wisdom saving throw or
It's
intelligence.
an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
Your DC.
Okay.
DC 30.
Go ahead and make the roll.
Natural one. Let's start strong.
You do not find any information and gain a level of exhaustion.
Really?
As you flip through the book, the words become scrambled, and you can see dark tendrils that begin to unfurl and curl the pages, flowing from the pages and wrapping around your mind. And as you recoil from the book, you shake your head and you feel exhausted.
I nope out. I go and ring the bell and leave the cursed archive.
Okay. You now find yourself
I just got like
No time.
in my eyes
So as I
with
was
my
saying-
companions.
No time having passed, you continue walking.
It took him 10 minutes
Consider
when we were
yourself
like.
a religious man.
What's that?
Darius, would you consider yourself a religious man?
A religious man.
You want to talk about getting?
Religion's fickle. It's I would say I believe it's there. I think there's something into it. But I feel like that's not for me to decide. What's that? Alright. So, another day passes. And eventually you reach a point where you can see in the distance, much further away than you expected, you can see actually Pearlfair from this distance. You watch as you see monumental gray stone walls appearing before you. The only thing bigger than these walls are the buildings within them. You see these walls must be, as you get closer, at least 60 feet tall, and the building's even taller than that. And as you approach further, you can see that there are runic carvings along the center of these walls that span all the way across this massive city. Nothing compared to the size of Haven, but still impressive in and of itself. You see at the tops of these buildings, the peaks of which you can see, glowing almost neon signs, sparkling with magic. And you can see some of the signs will have like magical fireworks coming off of them, advertising different stores and buildings. And you can definitely tell this is Pearlfair. This is where the magic happens.
But
So, you approach further, reaching the outskirts of these walls. And as you get about 100 feet from it, Terhad, he speaks up and says, "This is as far as I need you all. Thank you for your service." And he reaches into his pouch and distributes the gold that you all have earned. He gives each of you around 8 gold, or exactly 8 gold, because this journey took around a day more than a week. Pretty decent chunk of change for the likes of a mercenary escort. Still, nothing compared to the promise of Darius. And he continues forward, paying no heed to you all.
very kind of him. Well, as we approach the gates, I guess I turn to Darius and say, "Well, freed from our prior obligations, take us where we need to go."
Right. Well, this is Pearlfair. I don't know if you've ever been here before. It's, again, my hometown. Is there anything you need from here before I show you the place we were talking about?
Alchemist shop or some sort of magical vendor?
A alchemist shop. There's a lot of them.
Oh, I thought you were like a alchemist shop.
No,
Hey!
there's.
Okay, yeah.
If you need something, you'll be able to find it here. Come on, I'll show you the best spots.
All right. Well, take me.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd like to
Please.
try.
Alright, so Darius, he walks up and trailing a few paces behind Terhad, you reach the outer gate where and the door entrance.
Just following Terhad around anyway.
And you see two what you expect from a distance. You saw them as soldiers, however, as you approach, they're much larger and they appear to be suits of armor that completely cover whatever body this is, and you can see there are from the cracks in the armor, it is dark. However, parts of it glow with a pulsing purple light, and you can see gears turning on sides of its shoulders and parts of its armor.
So they're not human. Or they're not like.
From what you can tell, they don't appear to be human, or they are wearing some strange sort of armor.
Can I make some sort of check to see if I know what these are?
I'd
Sure.
like to make an Arcana check as
Yeah,
well.
you might have read of these, and you might have heard of them. So
What kind of check?
By the way,
this
level
would
one-
be make an Arcana check.
Yeah, and level 1 exhaustion says that I get disadvantage on all ability checks.
Yes,
so
so
this is well.
disadvantage on this roll. Yes.
19,
10.
19 and 18. What's up?
Wow,
So
okay.
18 plus a whole lot. 4, 8. Yeah, that's a 24.
Okay. You know these to be a sort of Warforged and Golem hybrid almost. They have the soul of a human, however, it is bound to this mechanical form. And it is, because of this dynamic, they are a pretty powerful force to be reckoned with, and they make good sentry guards.
I'm assuming with the 10.
You've heard of strange creatures of Pearlfair, and
name of them, or just not?
you just are like, okay, so that's probably what they were talking about when they were talking about robots
I look at my buddy
guarding
and
the.
say, look at these absolute marvels of magic. They're warforged golems of sorts. I assume they use them for guarding the town in place of normal soldiers. It's absolutely fascinating.
I mean,
The
they're
caliber of mages that must be controlling them astounds me.
Yeah. And you know that these cost about an arm and a leg to create, so. And they are actual like people. Like they're sentient and intelligent. They just were constructed. It is similar to that, yeah.
Yeah. That is
I
They
turned.
speak?
You're not sure.
Hello.
They haven't spoken yet.
I turn to
Hello,
Darius and say,
citizen, and
"On the
welcome
way."
to Pearlfair.
It's like out of Bioshock. I turn to Darius and ask, "On the way, perhaps, are there any armorers?"
Armorers, yeah. There's plenty. I don't know any specifically, but I can definitely point you in the right direction.
I would certainly appreciate it.
Wait,
Um,
what?
Armorers, anyone who sells armor.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
as you approach
I'll
the
go
gate,
shopping. Yeah.
Darius reaches into his leather tunic and pulls out a medallion, and he shows it to them, and the guards give a nod and allow them entry. And
Into
you all,
the city.
yeah, into the city, and you all follow him in. And as the gates open, you see before you a bustling metropolis of people. You see a lot of younger people. They seem to be around like 18 to 19 young adults. This is for the equivalent of a college town, basically. This is adjacent to the academy, so there are a bunch of
Are they all
aspiring
human or is it
arcanists.
mixed-
I'm sorry.
Are they all human or is it mixed race?
It's mixed race. Like in most places, human is the most prevalent. However, it seems to be, from first glance, a surplus of elves and high elves, or half elves rather. But you also just walking, noticing by, you see dwarves, halflings, gnomes, all sorts of people. No tieflings. You see one dragonborn walking by, a couple of Goliaths. And also the same, some more of the same uniform Warforged sentries that just are patrolling the city. And as you enter into the city, you notice plastered on a lot of the walls a sign, the same sign that says no unlicensed usage of magic allowed.
Seeing that, I immediately cast check.
I just kind of put my book away and tuck away my record hunter for safekeeping.
Okay.
Vistra asks more of those what the signs mean. Because she sees that there's a lot of them,
Yeah.
but
Those ones there are saying no unlicensed use of magic. Unfortunately for myself and our borrowed friend.
Well,
I know it's magic.
Who knows?
So, you guys enter into the city, and you see this place is wondrous. There are lamps that are on even in the daylight. They emit this bright blue energy. You see fireworks that just go off sporadically from advertisement signs. You see many of the buildings are 4, 5, 6 stories, and there are bridges that go up, and like there's almost a second tier to the city where you can like the bottom tier is lit by many of these lanterns, and the second tier you kind of go up the bridges and you can walk on this platform overhanging the rest of the city, kind of going into like the top of these buildings where like separate entire businesses live.
is it like the Atlanta tunnels?
Yeah, kind of, but even more of them, and
Wow,
like
that's crazy.
like they go over the streets rather
And
than
it's like
connect
like
them.
separate buildings.
Yeah.
Wow, it's so cool.
So
Wow.
Eddie Wally Wow.
it is a very whimsical, magical place, and it's
Alrighty.
likes of which nobody has ever seen.
I follow Darius to.
Yeah,
I want
just
to just like a magic shop. Just
You turn your head, immediately see one. There's
yeah, just all over. All right.
Darius,
I walk.
point me in the direction of Temple of Aeneas. Is there any?
I'm sorry, the what?
A Temple of Aeneas. Are there
Oh,
any in the city?
I think you can find one. There is a religious sector. I can lead you to it. or I can point you in the right direction. I need to. I was going to show him to the magic shop he asked earlier. If you go and he points you down that direction, take a left, take a right on this street, and you can find the religious sector. I'm not exactly sure. Religion isn't.
Yes, illiteracy jokes.
You're annoyed now because they're not stopping.
I was gonna say it's gonna be a theme.
Literacy, gnome, me.
Right.
Religion isn't huge here. However, I'm sure you can find something in the temple district. Just follow those directions and look around, ask some people. Maybe you'll be able to find something.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
She heads off.
Okay.
I follow him to what he thinks to be the best magic shop in the town.
Okay.
Oh, back. Cora goes to.
Almost broke down.
I'm just gonna keep looking around as we travel to see if I see any armors.
Okay.
Is that all?
Yeah, you walk with them, and you can see that, like, the entrance to this place, the entrance to the city that you guys came in through, there seems to be a lot of businesses immediately here, just sort of advertising right in your face. And you do manage to find an armor. However, you look and you see it's in one of the upper sections of the building, so you have to go up into one of the bridges. So you make your way up, and before you actually arrive to the magic shop, you get to the armor first. So as you walk in, you go in, I'm assuming.
I go in and I just hail the man at the counter.
Okay.
Or whoever.
Yeah. So as you walk into the armor, you see a.
Wait, can I go too?
Yeah. You guys. Do you go with them as well? Okay. So you just follow
I
down.
want all
You
the
have studded
stores.
leather.
Okay.
All the stores.
So walking into this shop, you see a female halfling, slick or blonde hair pulled into a ponytail. She has grease stains along her face, and she's just hammering away at a piece of white hot metal. And as you walk in, she says, "I'll be with you in a second." And then she just keeps going at it.
I just look around at the walls and kind of check to see how her craftsmanship is. I assume she's made most of the stuff.
Yeah. Looking around, make an investigation check.
Alright, that's a 10.
Disadvantage.
Right.
So 14.
14. Looking around, it appears to be fairly high quality. Nothing. This isn't a magical place, so you can see these are like basic swords, shields, armors. However, they appear to be finely crafted. And she continues. She flips over the metal, continues hammering away at it, and eventually she puts it out into a steaming cauldron of some sort of dark liquid, and leaves it there, and takes it back out and sets it on a counter, and takes off her glove, and says, "Can I help you?"
I hope you can. Do you perhaps make studded leather?
Studded leather. If you bring me the leather armor, I can put the studs on. However,
I just point to my chest.
yeah, I can do that.
Wait, do I have studded leather? Like
Yes.
armor?
Yes.
I think I do.
Yeah, you already have studded leather, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do that. When do you want it done by?
How long will this take? As
Well-
quickly as possible, if at all possible.
Well, I've got a couple orders lined up, but if you make it worth my while, I could bump you up. And she's flipping through a ledger of her different tasks and assignments and commissions.
Well, and I understand, obviously, you have a business to run. However, making it worth your while isn't exactly worth my while. I'm sure you've seen the walk into this city many more times than I have. But at a cursory glance that I was given, there's about 20 to 30 other armorers, and I appreciate your craft as much as the next patron, but I have no time nor money.
Okay, have a good day then. And she just goes back to hammering.
Hey, wait, I'm here.
Hey, can I help you?
What weapons do you sell?
Well, as you can see,
Lots of-
and she
Yes.
gestures to the wall. You can see hanging almost any type of weapon that you could want. There's short swords, long swords, scimitars, sickles, hammers.
What the heck are all these? What is a scimitar?
It's curved sword.
It's a curved sword.
Hand axes, daggers,
Sword.
spears, flails. Just about anything, really. Great swords.
Can I get
Balls.
throwing knives?
You do see a small set of throwing knives. There's not a huge stock of them. However, you reckon you could probably get them commissioned.
Yeah, I'd like
It'll
some
be
of
just
them.
like some of my,
Some of
just
these.
like one of my Japanese animes.
Hold on one second.
They're cool.
I would like 20 shuriken. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're technically just regular daggers that you can throw.
Wait, so then I have 2 daggers. Can I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
throw those in?
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
throw
so as long as you want to
Well,
go
then
pick them
fuck
up.
that. Yeah, I'm gonna go pick up my own dagger.
Wait a minute, these are just daggers. What kind of business are you running here?
I mean, you can make it to where
it.
it would be awkward to hold and do anything but throw, but that
Huh?
just seems less versatile.
It's like I'll
It
take
is
a
the most
dagger.
versatile.
I'll take a dagger
Yes.
that I can only throw.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
I don't know. Okay.
What you need to do is start buying short swords for throwing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, you want some of these daggers?
Huh?
You want some of these daggers?
You want some of this dagger?
Nah, I think I'm
Get some of
good.
this
I think
good
I'm good. But I hope you have a fantastic day.
We just walked.
You too.
You guys just walked into the shop,
Walked in.
blue balled this keep, and then left.
Listen,
And-
she blue balled me with her trying to haggle and shit. And
Okay,
shit.
so
Like,
now
She was
It was
like
basically
a merchant.
well, it was
Yeah, how
basically
dare
like
she
you could
be
pay
a
more
shop?
to get it done faster. Because
Whoa, hold on.
she's
That
had-
sounds like a good business practice.
I'm
I
gonna,
don't.
I'm gonna keep walking and find another armor.
Okay.
There's gotta be more.
All right. For the
Well,
sake
it's
of
not
brevity,
working, and it's just armor. It looks like it was made by a 3rd grader. He's like, yeah, I got no orders lined up. If you want to go ahead and step in. He's just hammering an anvil. There's nothing
So
on
for the sake of brevity, you go to a few more armor shops, and you find that the best deal that you can find is roughly 25 gold to get it studded, and it'll take about a day.
I'd happily pay.
Okay. And so you put the 25 gold down, and so you can purchase the materials and for the things.
Magic shop, magic
All right.
shop.
So you guys go
Yeah.
to the magic shop.
I'm just
Potions.
skipping along.
I
One
want all the
second.
potions.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Huh?
You can afford like 2.
I want all the potions.
Man,
What
y'all
the-
got money.
You gotta steal.
This is what I get for.
She's got a
not
ton of
charging
money.
me.
I don't know where all this came from.
She barely,
I
she barely
had
bought anything when
20.
she rolled.
No, yeah, ooh,
From-
20.
No, I got 20 from something. I forgot what it was.
From just the quest we did, like.
No,
From your
splitting the
starting
stuff.
goal.
No, I got something else. I had 100. I started out with 100. And I got 20 from something because you gave me gold. Oh, we got gold for fighting the griffin
Yes.
from the dude, and you gave it to me because I was being mean.
Oh,
about
yeah,
it.
because you were being.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay, yeah. Continue.
Self-
There we go.
I'd like to
Yeah.
go.
All right. So, no. So you go to a shop, and he takes you up again to the second floor, or the second bridge area, where you see a building made almost entirely of glass. And it says in bright neon letters with fireworks, like there's one of those windmill spinning things.
Oh, okay, yeah.
However, it's like just emitting fireworks.
Ooh.
And on the corner of the sign, it just says Athena's Wares. And so
How does it spell?
Athana, and then Wares. And so, as you approach, Darius says, "Yep, this is the place. It's the best place to get magic items I found." And so, as you walk in, you see behind the counter there is a young woman about the same age, probably as Darius, dark tan complexion like Darius, and bleached blonde hair like Darius. And you can tell that this
Darius
is...
said that he came from the dry land.
Yes, or at least that's where he was descended from. His ancestors were from there, at least his parents were. And she, as you walk in, she smiles and says, "Oh, hi. How can I help you?" "Oh, Darius, so good to see you again." And then Darius says, "Sister, good to see you as well."
Wait a minute.
Collusion.
This is nepotism. I wanted to go to the best magic shop. This is not what I signed up for.
Well,
So-
I'll never balk at a family discount.
So she's got the best stuff. Trust me.
Do we get a discount for family?
Well,
And for adventuring for you.
Yeah.
This doesn't seem like the most savory of
Wait.
adventures we're being sent on.
Aren't you
Yeah.
walking around with armors?
Oh, Oh, did I not? I thought we all went around together. I apologize.
No,
I was not
I-
there. I'm not
I
there.
skipped the Ray. I was
So you
walking-
two are together right now. You're off seeking a temple to Adeus, and you're in the magic shop right now.
Wait, no, I went to the magic shop too.
Well,
It
you're
was like she's like.
you went to the blacksmith, so
you went to the
you're
armor
trailing
shop,
behind
and
them.
I just like me and
Alright,
Darius just
yeah.
left.
All right, so yeah, you jog.
I'll say
Okay,
she
I'm
can catch
first
him.
in there.
All right.
She can dash
Yeah.
the bonus action.
Yeah,
Triple
I
T.
can dash as a bonus action. I'm
She can do the
there.
triple T.
The nice like tiny little half like
Yeah. So
You just your-
Darius walks up to the counter and says, "Athena, could you pretty please, give them a discount? They're doing me a favor. Well, business has been good, so all right. What can I help you all with?"
Well, if it's all the same to you, are you interested in looking at some of your potions of the healing variety?
We've just got a new stock of those.
Fantastic. How convenient.
How many were you looking to get? And if I might ask, what is your budget? Most people find it's easier to go by that.
I currently have roughly 30 gold with which to spend. However, I know my friend here is also interested in buying potions of the healing variety, and if you'd be willing, we could maybe go in halvesies for 2 potions.
Have these the most masculine of phrases.
Galistar has never been called masculine, I'll tell you that much.
What other kind of potions are there besides healing potions?
Well,
Well, on a 30 gold budget, not many.
no.
Or none.
I'm not on a 30 gold budget.
Oh, then what are you looking for?
Huh?
Then what are you looking for?
I don't know. Potions are cool. I want to know.
Well, what price range? The kind of,
What is
unless you know what you're looking for
around the
specifically.
average price for a potion?
Well, they vary, very greatly.
rather.
Yeah.
A basic healing potion will run you about 50 gold, and
Okay.
we can.
Is that including our discount?
That's not including your discount, and that's why I'll let you get away with 30.
So would you be willing to sell me a potion for 30 gold?
She looks at Darius.
Just give like puppy dog eyes.
All right, for 30 gold, I can sell you a healing potion.
Well, I would be glad. For 30 gold, I will take a healing potion.
Okay. Well, she
Put it in my inventory.
yeah, she goes into the back
Um,
and comes back out, and she hands you a healing potion, and it's got a label on it, and she writes something on it and gives it to you.
You gotta tell your price range and see what she has to
Oh.
ask
What does it say?
It just has a
Okay.
heart on it.
Would 50 gold be a decent amount?
for. Tell her you've got 100 if you're willing to spend up to 100, and then see what kind of potion she offers
Okay,
you.
yeah.
Just spend whatever.
I have 100 gold that I'd be willing to spend on a very, very good potion, so I just want to know.
Well, for 100 gold.
You're doing much better than your friend.
Well,
And she's
I
like, "This is
could,
poor
with the
person."
discount, you could get the next tier of healing potion, a greater healing potion, as we call it. There aren't a ton of options. However, let me see what I have in the back. And she goes into the back, and there's no potion.
I got a friend who's an expert. Let me go check.
Yeah, potions aren't in the player's handbook. Anyway,
There.
Alright, so she comes back and says, for 100 gold, I could do a potion of speak with animals. 100 gold, I'm sorry, doesn't get you very much. However, if you'd like to start a line of credit, then we
Buy
can
now.
talk.
You want to get in debt?
I think I'll just take the lower tier
Okay,
healing potion.
that's fine.
Yeah.
She pauses for a second and thinks, okay, 30 gold.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I will give you 31.
that's very generous.
Keep the change.
And she
That's very generous.
As she just throws the extra gold out.
You know, just slides the one piece and is like, here you go.
she goes into
Oh,
the
I get
back,
trouble.
goes into the
Take care of
back,
yourself.
takes out a potion and writes something again on the label. She hands it back to you, and you look at the label and it just has a winky face on it.
Oh!
That's.
Wait, on both labels or just
His
No,
has a heart.
mine
Hers
got
has
a
a
heart.
winky face.
What we don't know is that there's actually a label under it that's a skull and crossbones. This is actually poison.
And so she hands you these bright red liquids that sort of swirl around in the potion in the flask that you have.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I assume she has, magic wares, like magic weapons.
Yeah. You look around.
That's kind of
Most of anything would be in the back and protected,
obviously.
and like available upon request. However, there's almost like a menu of sorts of just things you can get. Just
Let me get
a
a boneless
boneless-
longsword with the 2-liter dagger.
2-liter a dagger.
Yeah, I'll take a number 2 combo.
Dagger
extra
machine broke.
Dagger machine.
Extra enchantment, that was good.
Yeah. The 2 longsword, the longsword, the 2 daggers.
We got throwing knives though.
The dagger machine broke. We got throwing knives.
So
Show sword machine.
had I any concept of where they would have been going?
After.
If you can, as you leave, you watch Cora. She's sort of sprints after, and by this time you've caught up and you enter the shop.
Hey,
and
magic.
as he's
Smells like home.
As he's
I live-
entering.
we can do me in 2 seconds. Like, do I need to roll to see if I find the place?
Yeah, in just a second.
As he's entering, I'm pretty much leaving. I am heading to the slums where I'm going to try and swindle people.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Is this just your daily routine?
Pretty much.
All right. So Vistra,
For the
I'd
longest
like
of-
to steal from the poor, please.
go ahead and make
Well, not people who
a
have-
survival check. Sort of
Survival?
It's a
navigation.
wisdom.
Oh.
3.
3.
Like,
Looks like I'm not
Survival is
going
used
to
for like
God.
navigation through the woods. This is kind of surviving in the city. It's a different type. So you are like, all right. So he said this
She
sign
can't
is.
read anything. How's she
I
gonna
can't
get to us?
He told
Yeah.
me lefts and rights. I'm not trying to get to you. I'm trying to get to God.
God is everywhere.
And you get turned around and walk in a giant circle and eventually find a place that you've already been, and you have no idea where you are. All you see are just sparkling lights flying and people, college kids running around, and just nothing. You're in a totally unfamiliar environment.
So now that I'm terrified, because I've only ever been in Haven, I've never done big
Yeah.
cities. It's all very new. She decides to just say a quick prayer and see what she can find. She gives up on finding the temple and just decides to wander around,
Okay.
look at the pretty lights.
Okay. So you say a prayer. Make a religion check.
Directs you to the temple. Here's the temple.
All right, 2.
Okay.
Hey, baby.
Anything specific you want to pray for, or just a general prayer?
Just guidance.
Okay. So you silently pray to yourself. Nothing immediate
Like, I
happens.
just-
Yeah. So you look around. You see just some kids running around, children. You see and older people carrying carts, pushing around carts of goods. This whole place is spectacular. Nothing really stands out because everything stands out. Is there anything specific you would like to look for other than continuing looking for the temple?
She just watches the way people work, and she has a very tepid admiration for humans themselves, and so watching them interact, especially like the adults with the children or adults with older people, it's all very interesting dynamic because she's never really known kind or normal humans.
Okay.
So just people watching and experiencing the city. Humans.
She's never known either.
And they're not mutually exclusive.
What are you trying to say?
Okay. So yeah, people watching them how they interact. So yes.
I'd like to addendamize actually. What time is it?
At this point, you got to the outskirts of the city at around noon-ish. So at this point, it's mid-afternoon probably.
I'm not going to the slums as a what's the word? Swindle people. I am going to go to like I am going to head down to the slum areas and just like play music.
Okay.
Just kind of in the area, and if we happen to be staying here in the evening, I'll head to the upper middle class area. And there's where I'll try and swindle people.
Okay.
So I'll never swindle someone who's worse off than I am.
I think Robin did it.
All right. So go ahead and make a performance
I'm
check.
Robin the Hood.
Oh my god.
Do I need to roll
Yeah, make a
to see if I
performance
ever
check.
run into any of them again?
It's a big city.
At this point, you're pretty lost. It is a pretty big city.
Right.
So in a little bit
Trying to
we'll.
figure out how SOL I am.
Yeah.
Has Darius told us when we're supposed to set out? Are we staying here for the night?
Darius seems to be going with the flow. He's
Darius is
waiting to make
chill.
sure you guys are ready.
That's 24 performance. I have like a little
20 or 24?
24.
Okay.
24.
Four performance. Gotcha.
And I'll like, and I don't know, I'll put down like some sort of bowl if someone wants to throw any money in there. I'm not expecting it.
Signature fire through the fire and flames.
My hands
and just
actually catch on fire.
just being in the area you are, you don't get a lot of donations. One small child walks up and reaches into his pocket and puts a copper into your thing. You play really good, sir.
I bend down on one knee and like I try and like take his eye away, and as I do, I pull a gold out of my bag and I do a little like magic trick where I change from a copper to a gold and I hand it back to him.
Wow!
Yeah,
Oh, gold!
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's adorable.
Hellstar
Thank you, sir.
Hellstar grew up in the slums. You enjoy it, my child. It is yours now. Take care of it. Don't want anybody else to come with it.
Okay,
You have a good day.
you too. Thank you. And he runs off and
As your chest, your coin purse is
Yeah,
gone.
yeah. It's all part of the plan. I should have known better. I grew up here.
all right.
Well, I've lost a gold, but I have gained one copper, 1 cent, so I'm now down to 10.01 gold.
Nice.
Hey, baby.
Good trade.
I
Good
mean, I
trade.
didn't see that because I'm lost and wandering. But
Wait,
You just happen to be in the slums. You're like, oh, kind of stuff. Oh, it's too cute. I see you and I run. I'm like, nah.
So you and
They
I
can't
are
know.
right now.
Well, silver though. How does the silver work out?
Silver is 10 silver is a gold, 10 copper is a silver,
Oh, okay.
10 gold is a platinum.
Copper's
the
penny.
silver is like a dime.
Oh, I was gonna say, so we're...
Silver is
fine.
actually pretty valuable. Like
Goes
most
grind around.
commoners make silver, like or like what is it, 5 silver a day?
No, it's
Little ones
oh
like
yeah,
that.
like 5. I mean, for a commoner, you're looking at 2 to 3 silver a day.
We know
Yeah,
that
so
bitch doesn't know
you
how
get
to
about
read.
2 to 3 silver a day
Gotta
if
go
you're
find
a
her.
regular commoner. So that's for perspective. So gold, like carrying around 100 gold, that's a lot.
Yeah.
For most people, that's a lot.
Like
You're
for
probably
what
good.
I gave that kid like a $20 bill when he gave me like a penny.
Yeah.
Basically, kind of like you. Like that's how valuable gold is.
You only
But like
have
if a
10.
$20 bill meant a lot more for
Yeah.
because everyone was poor. It's like a $100 bill.
I'm gonna go swindle rich people out of money. That's what
I
do.
look to Darius and Cora and say, well, perhaps we rally the troops then and try and find our friends.
All right.
The frantic loot music.
Yeah. So where did they go? Did you see where they went?
Oh, I haven't the slightest idea.
Okay.
It's only a
Well.
giant metropolis.
Better go
Well,
find fish
then
for us. She doesn't
I guess
know
we
how to read.
better start looking.
Can you
And
read street signs?
we're gonna go to a break real quick. On that note, so
She loves
we'll
the
be right
city.
back. Thank you for watching.
Alright.
Lost in the city.
Hello, everybody. We're back. Just give us a second to get the music started again.
Did you almost just hit me in the face?
No, but I did almost hit the camera.
How's the volume?
No.
Testing? Hello.
Hey there, hold there.
Hey there, hold there.
Yeah, mine's really good.
The fuck you
It's
thought?
way better.
Way better now? Okay, cool. Yeah, oopsies. Alright.
Oopsie doopsies.
Yeah, that happens. So,
It starts off like.
alright, so you're separated, you two are together, and you're in the slums.
Yeah, just playing.
Alright.
Just like meeting people, interacting, walking around.
Gotcha.
Getting my lay of like the city. I'm asking the people just kind of what goes on in the city. You know?
Okay.
Whatever I can learn.
From any like specific questions or just general?
Yeah, just kind of figuring out what's going on.
Okay.
You know, if I'm gonna ask about these disappearances.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Make a I don't know,
Charisma.
Sure. Yeah, just make a straight charisma check.
Get that half my persistence. Jack of all trades, baby. Non-natural 20.
Okay. So, you ask around for a while, and eventually you do find somebody who has heard and is able to confirm that there have been mysterious disappearances. This person specifically didn't know any of the people that went missing, but it is definitely not something that Darius just made up. It is
Right.
something that is.
So it is real. Do I get any specifics on this manor that I was told about?
Any mention of it is kind of met with, like,
Resistance.
not resistance, but people are generally kind of nervous about it. They don't want to go around there, and they're hesitant to, like, get involved in anything.
Okay. And I'm going with the implication that I'm asking like just pretty much everyone that I see. Adults, children, all that kind of stuff. Hey kid, you want to talk about a disappearance in a crazy house? Have you ever seen you like movies about gladiators?
You like jazz.
You
Alright.
like Jack?
Vistra, what is your plan?
Lost
So
and
you're
afraid.
walking around.
Is the sun still up?
The sun is still up. However, it's covered by most of the buildings. However, there is a lot of unnatural magical light, so you can still see perfectly fine.
Because I feel like I'll be fine once the sun starts to set and I'm still just kind of like
You're fine. You have dark vision.
wandering the city. That's when I'm gonna start getting worried.
All right.
But for now,
Rolls to see if you get mugged.
so I'm just gonna keep walking around.
Make another survival check.
Oh yeah, I'm also keeping very close eye on my coin purse.
12.
12. Okay. Any modifiers to that?
No.
Okay. Alright, so you walk around for a while, and getting a general lay of the land, you do manage to find the entrance that you came back in through. So you have somewhere that you know you've been.
So I'll stay kind of close to that because I know vaguely that someone will probably come back through that way if they're
Okay.
looking for me.
We were,
Like a child
she-
waiting at the entrance of something.
She's at the entrance that you guys came into through the city.
So we're still kind of just wandering with Darius, are we not?
Yeah, you guys are just searching high and low for
Then
companions.
I'll look to Darius and say, so that whole no magic without a permit thing,
Yeah.
that's a stupid rule, right?
No, they're pretty harsh on that.
And how does one prove magic?
Well, it's more if somebody sees you casting. It's more for the college kids,
Sounds like
the
transfer.
universe or the academy students. They it's mainly for them,
Okay,
but
well,
they still enforce it for others. They're the reason it's there.
I look to Darius and I look to Cora and I say, well, I hope no one makes a noise complaint. And cupping my hands around my mouth, I cast thaumaturgy, and as loud as thaumaturgy will allow me, I yell, Vistra!
It's 300.
And hopefully to see if she hears it.
It's 300 feet. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Now I'm just confused.
Alright, so as you yell that out, you hear it you broadcast it. However, it's just this sort of is drowned by the general hub of the city,
Sad
and Vistra, you don't hear that.
There's like a guy 20
You
feet away.
tried.
Just
You tried. Want to go get
Yeah.
smoothies instead?
A
Let's
guy
forget
like
about this
a
stuff.
guy like a foot away from me just lost hearing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, with to no avail.
just ringing.
I was just kind of, well,
Warning next time.
I
And
looked-
an army of guards swarms upon you.
yeah, all the constructs. I
getting
looked at Darius
slaughtered.
and say, well, I am, by no exaggeration, quite exhausted. While everyone else looks, is there perhaps a meeting point we could set, some inn or tavern, that I may go rest my head and meet with you all later?
Yeah, if you're looking for a tavern, I can show you to my favorite.
Certainly, please do.
Oh, by
I'll
his
await
brother,
you
I
there and
assume.
rest myself.
Don't you
A
fucking...
wink.
Little do we know that this guy is...
Every single person in this city is related to Darius.
Yeah. Everybody here is actually just one giant member of the Vandro family.
So,
And I thought the Lannisters were here.
okay, so you're heading to the tavern that he leads you to? Okay, so he says, follow me then. And he takes you down a road, and you go down from the second story back to the main road.
I'm assuming
And-
we're all following him at this point.
Yeah, or you two are.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
you go to the first floor of the same building that you were at, and walk in through the front door. And you see in like sort of flashing.
Wait, what building? The magic building?
It's the same like structure, but it's on a different floor.
It's gonna be his fucking brother. His whole family's gonna be like.
Sibling.
Oh my god.
I'm prepared. I'm prepared.
Can it be his
This is like some Innsmith shit.
Yeah.
And as you walk in, the place you see a flashing neon sign at the front that says the Glass Bowl. And as you walk in, you see behind the counter a very reminiscent of Darius, dark tan, bleach blonde hair. However, his hair is long and it comes down to like his lower back. And he,
Twist, it's his lover.
Oh, okay, yeah. And his brother.
Why'd you make it weird?
No rules in Magic City.
he says,
what happens in Pearlfair stays in Pearlfair.
That's Haven, dear.
Darius yells out, Jalar! Hi, how are you doing? And Jalar, the man behind the counter, looks up and says, Darius, good to see you again, brother.
We called it. We freaking
I
called it.
look to Darius and say, you're starting to see why we don't trust you.
What? This is the best inn you'll find in all of Pearlfair. Trust me, my family knows business. And,
Will we get a discount here as well?
well, that's up to
You
Jalar.
guys didn't want beds, right? Like, we don't have beds here. Nah.
Darius, I do wonder how many shops in this city you don't own.
Me personally, I don't own any of them. My family, however, can't speak for that.
All of them. Remember that one armor with the halfling?
I don't like Pearlfair.
We branched out. Lots
It's a
of
very interesting location.
I entertained the hell out of a child. It was pretty great.
So you walk in, and Jalar says, what can I do for you?
I would love a drink and somewhere to rest. I look around. Is there anyone else? Any open booths? Any open tables?
Yeah, there's several. It is a moderate crowd. Different groups. There's like a group of elves, a mixed group, a group of like sort of younger, young adult teenagers, sort of gathered around,
Looking
the
like
circle,
college students,
chattering
I
each other,
assume, yeah.
playing cards.
I
How
happily pay for a drink. How much for an ale?
You can get one for like 1 silver.
All right, I'll take an ale for 1 silver, and then I go bother
Do you
the
have
people
silver?
playing cards. Well, I assume you'll have enough to compensate me for 1 gold. I don't have any silver on me.
Yeah, sure. You need change? So-
You got change for 20?
Drop the notion entirely. Here's 1 gold. Keep the ale coming.
Very well. And he,
It's my favorite thing in D&D. It's like, oh, how much for that drink? Oh, that'll be 2 copper. Here, or, yeah, 2 silver. Here's a gold. Fucking... Thanks, but... way
So yeah, I'll
overpriced.
just pay the 1 gold and just kind of have that be my tab for the night.
yeah, he goes over to the tap and pours you a mug of ale, hands it to you.
And nod
So
and
you
over to
walk-
the kids playing cards. Yeah.
Okay.
The children.
Yeah, they're about like our age, like 19,
Them playing
20-ish.
cards, me, an intellectual.
Yeah. Morthos is a seasoned intellectual at the ripe old age of 30.
So you walk up to them. One of them kind of glances over at you.
The giant demon man.
Yeah. Hello, sir. Can we help you?
Well, I would love to sit in on a game of cards. I've got nothing but time on my hands as of the moment, and I'm looking to burn some. Do you have room?
I mean, sure, I guess. You guys mind if he plays?
Yeah, man, just
And-
take it easy.
And everyone kind of just shrugs.
As I terrify these poor kids.
Starts crying ink.
Yeah. So you sit down, and it's not a gambling card game. It's just sort of like a
Pass the time.
pass the time card game. Go ahead and make a contested intelligence check.
Little do they know.
Oh boy. That's 14.
14. Okay. So the first game goes by, and you comfortably beat one of the kids.
Oh wait, does that count as a saving throw?
No,
Oh, okay, yeah, 14.
it's just a check. So you technically
I wanna
have
win hard.
disadvantage.
Oh, shit.
Oh, okay, alright.
Natural one.
Oh, actually, no, I rolled higher that time. So.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you comfortably managed to beat them despite your exhaustion.
Just
Um,
comes
you're like-
in with that. What is it called?
What are you doing in the meantime? You're also in the glass bowl.
Probably just clinging to his side because I don't know where to go.
Okay.
You can go look
Watching
around with
you play
Darius.
games.
I am absolutely exhausted, so I will be here.
Oh yeah, where is
Perhaps
Darius?
you could find
I
our
could just chill with
compatriots.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
no one
he's
cares.
talking to his brother, making conversation, making references you don't understand.
Ah, so I sit there and I nod.
Yeah. You're kind of.
That's what I do.
Yeah, you're on the outside of the circle, just like, okay.
Yeah, don't want to go play cards. It's dumb. So I'm just sitting here nodding along.
Cards are
Okay.
dumb.
So an hour goes by, when the door forcefully opens, and you
Before
watch.
we get into this, is an hour long enough for my exhaustion to be gone?
No, it has to be a long rest.
Gee golly, okay.
It's enough for a short rest, so in those spells you didn't spend are replenished.
Sick.
And one of the, or actually two of the armored guards, the Warforged suits of armor,
I'm gonna get you for casting thaumaturgy, please.
they come in and say, Aaron Thunder, you are under arrest for the unlicensed use of magic and the creation of currency. You must come with us immediately. And one of the kids that you're
I
playing
just
cards
like
with,
sip my beer.
he... What? No, this has been a misunderstanding. I didn't do anything.
Stop resisting.
And the guards just slowly, ignoring him, approach and grab him by either side of the arm and just start forcefully dragging him out. And the other kids just sort of, like, act like they're not a part of this. And the boy just says, "You can't do this! I'm part of the Thunder family! My parents will have your head!" And as he's getting just dragged out of the tavern, and the door closes behind him. And everyone just...
I look to
The
the
chatter picks
other
back up.
lads at the table I'm playing cards with and say, rather unceremonious, certainly undemocratic. Do they just take anyone they want?
Well, it was just a matter of time before it caught up to him. He broke two very major rules. Unlicensed magic use, and he created currency. That's...
How would we have figured that?
I know, right?
If only the guards had given
Yeah,
us some
I
sort of indication of this crime.
Yeah, so...
But none of you
There you
gentlemen
go.
would be practicing unlicensed magic. What with your presumed college standings?
No, like... Just,
You can't. No.
they all said, no.
I don't know. You
As
fucking dark.
I try to at least get them back on my side. I'm actually trying to start a dialogue with these youngins. I use Mage Hand to move a couple cards around on the table. I have the cantrip. for
Will
Mage
they
Hand.
see it?
Yeah, yours
You
is
start
invisible.
casting-
Mine isn't.
Mine's invisible?
Yeah.
Sure.
You're an arcane trickster. Yeah, your Mage Hand's
You
invisible.
can make it invisible.
You can make, yeah. But I just to kind of show them like I'm hip, I'm with the shits.
They-
I use Mage Hand to move my cards around.
They
I
get
use
visibly uncomfortable.
Oh.
And,
I just spell that with
I
this
gotta
way.
go.
they get visibly uncomfortable. And guys, I think we should. We have to go.
I see him across the room making kids
I'm
uncomfortable.
hip. I'm
and I
with it.
cast
You
my
wanna do
mage
some
hand
drugs?
to him across the head.
You kids want to go down to the Y and do some speed?
You have a nice night, sir, and they kind of like
You guys
gather their
anything?
cards
Eat some
together
snacks,
and
a
sort of
drink,
get out of there.
condoms.
I just sadly finish my beer.
Alone.
Alone. Are the elves still here?
Yeah, the elves are still there. They're just sort of there's three of them. They're just silently conversing with one
Can
another.
I pick
I go
on
grab
them
my
silently?
You could if you wanted to.
I can't hear them.
All right. So who do you go up for? There's a group of elves. A mixed group with one dwarf, one human, one half elf. There's the bartender. There's Darius.
I'm not gonna pickpocket Darius.
And
He's a
pickpocket-
cool
you
dude.
and then there's
You know you can
Morgos.
pickpocket. You know you can pickpocket with your mage hand.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
And then there's
Yeah.
Morgos.
Well, no, I'm gonna do the mixed group of people. I'm gonna go for that dwarf.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Racist.
Wow. You think just because he's a dwarf, he'd have a lot of gold? Because dwarves like, oh, I see how it is. All right.
I mean, we rich
It
as
is a
fuck,
little
but
racist.
that's all the-
Okay. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check. For using your mage hand, is it? Sleight of hand?
She can turn it invisible. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
yeah.
contested.
I just didn't know if it was like an intelligence check with her.
Contested
magic.
sleight of hand.
Okay, wait, what do I add? I got 11.
Your sleight of hand check. So your stealth, your dexterity, what's your sleight of hand? So +3. Or wait, no, plus
Stealth?
5. That's +5.
Why would we +5?
Because it's sleight of hand, not stealth.
You're proficient.
Oh.
So it's plus your dex modifier plus your proficiency bonus. +5.
Okay, so I got 16.
16. All right. So silently casting your incantation under your breath, you feel your invisible mage hand form in this ethereal space, and you send it over slowly and reach into the dwarf's pocket and rummage around for a second and pluck out 3 gold coins.
Yay, baby!
Are the coins invisible, or are they just blatantly
They just float,
floating
nobody
across
pays
the
attention.
room?
Yeah, they're floating around, and you managed to bring them back and flicking around.
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah,
knows.
it's a good
Did I see
time.
this?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
With disadvantage.
Yeah. Good, thanks, Anthony. You're the greatest.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could be here.
Yeah, it's 11.
11. You did not see it.
I did not.
Can I pickpocket someone else?
Pickpocket both of us.
Yeah, just keep pressing that luck. It'll never run out.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
We just did this whole currency and magic thing. That was.
I'm not creating currency. I'm just taking it for myself.
I go grab. Let's see. There's 3 elves. I go grab 4 of the ales that I've kind of already prepaid for, and I start sipping one myself. And I bring the other 3 over and I set them down with the elves and say, "Gentlemen, would you like a round?
They
He just
look at
wants
you.
some friends.
Sure.
May I sit?"
Be my
No.
guest.
Oh man, high elves, my favorite.
Well, it's an absolute pleasure. I am Morthos Erudite.
And I am Vimia Finissa.
Insert. Oh,
Yeah, it's an absolute pleasure. Your friends, I'm sure, lovely. But I have a few questions. First and foremost, those college children. Would you happen to be at the same university?
We do not attend the academy.
No, you don't.
I have seen them around here before, but
Well,
I do not know them.
tragic what happened to the one, but what are you gonna do?
It's what happens when
Nah.
you break the law.
Exactly. No, I agree. Speaking of breaking the law, I'm attempting to help with a matter. Have you perhaps heard of any disappearances around the city lately?
The elves kind of glance at each other. There's been rumors. I didn't know if they held any truth to them.
Well, perhaps they don't, but I would love to hear these rumors. I'd really take anything I could get.
It's said that on the outskirts of Pearlfair there have been people that have gone missing. They go out as children wander to play, travelers venture in and out, and never heard from again. The one constant is that there is some manor out there, a large house, and from what I've heard, let's see how much he knows. Okay. From what I've heard, it's just a dangerous place to go. I'm not going to venture out there for sure. I don't see any reason to stick my neck out there.
Well, certainly a wise move. Do you happen to know any of the victims personally, or the perhaps not victims, rather the missing?
Can't say I do. I've heard some of them were children, which is tragic, but none that I know.
Gentlemen, thank you ever so much for your time. I'll leave you to your brews.
Thank
and,
you for the
enjoy-
drink.
Of course. And
Feel
I
free
step
to
up from the table.
come by anytime.
Yeah. I go over to with more brew.
Yeah, kind of get the implication.
I go over to Cora and I say, well, the people here aren't too bright, or at least don't know any more than Darius does. In fact, what Darius seems to know is simply common knowledge. I I should say, I'm whispering this to Cora. I don't want Darius to hear me saying this about him.
Yeah, Darius, you fucking...
Yeah, Darius, you bitch.
Huh.
It's your boy.
I wonder if his family all knows the same matter.
I,
Or if any of them know more.
Actually, then, I walk up to Darius. I assume he's still conversing with his brother.
Yeah.
And I tap him on the shoulder and say, I
Yes.
have a few questions about the matter at hand, actually. You gave us a brief summary, obviously, but what don't we know so far about this mysterious disappearance in the manor and such?
1 second, Joe. Well, I told you all the things that I know for certain. However, there are other details that may or may not be true. From what I've heard, there are tales of monsters, ghosts, there's all sorts of demons, devils, dragons. Who knows?
My eyes light up when I hear demons.
But nothing's for certain. All I know is that there's probably something there that is not human.
I kind of just like look at him deadpan and astutely put, there is probably something.
So when do we take action?
Well, I'm waiting for your companions. They're the ones that got lost. Unfortunately.
So do we have to go find them?
You just let me
That's
know
an
when it's
actual
like...
question.
Let me know when it's like the part of the night when like people are gonna be at like the bars.
Okay. Yeah, it's at this point gotten to around that time. Sun's set.
Then
So I'm
I'll-
freaking out.
Yeah.
I'll travel to like the upper middle class kind of bar area or the tavern.
Well, I look to Darius and I say, well, you've lived in this city quite some time, I would hope.
Yes, I have my whole life.
Seems to be getting late as I look out the glass walls and I say, maybe we should find our companions. How would you go about finding someone lost in the city, you personally, knowing the city as well as you do?
Well, do you know where they'd like to go, or where they
the
would?
main.
I wouldn't ever presume to know Vistra's intentions.
Weren't we right next to her when she asked this question about going
Yeah,
to
she
church?
said she was going to the temple.
Was
Were
that
we
count?
there?
Did we?
I was
you
in the
guys
armors.
knew she
Okay,
was
yeah.
trying to go
Well,
to the
she was attempting to find that, the church that you were sending her to. But
Where did she
I wouldn't know if
start?
she had made it, nor do I know if she
could've
would be able to
easily
find her
got
way back.
lost.
Well,
We should go try and trace her steps
It's a large
See
city.
if
It's
we
not
find
like we
her.
can look at the ground and see her footprints.
from where we started to where the church could be, and see if she's anywhere along that path.
alright. So for the sake of
Scooby Doo in the door thing.
yeah, for the sake of brevity, you guys search for about a lot of the night. Do you stay put, or where do you go? You
I'm hanging out.
Just sitting
At
at
this point, I've like when I first rediscovered the gate, I kind of was exploring the couple blocks around it, just kind of watching. Maybe I find a bench and I'm watching people. But
Okay.
once the sun starts to set, I go and plant myself next to the gate, just like find me, please,
Alright,
please.
So, yeah, eventually you guys come up with the idea to retrace your footsteps, and you do eventually find Vistra sort of planted firm in her spot, not moving, and you do meet up. In the meantime, you do...
I am heading to what looks like to be the one of the more bustling taverns in the area, and I am going to head in, and I'm going to find someone who's relatively looks well off and has obviously had some drinks poured in him or her, and I'm going to sit down across from them at whatever table they're at, and I'm going to hold up my finger for an ale and pay the appropriate price and just start up a conversation.
Okay. Alright, so you, by being in a more upscale place, you get paid 2
Those are a lot of
silver.
words.
And you walk up to someone, a sort of prime target looking guy, drinking by himself, fairly far into his drink. He's slumped over, sipping into his drink.
Oh there, friend.
Hello.
You look rather like you're enjoying yourself on this fine evening.
Well, enjoying... Yeah, I guess.
I see you're experiencing all that this tavern has to offer.
They make good drinks here. You should try one.
I certainly will.
Wait, you have one. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Cheers to you, friend.
Cheers.
And you just...
No, he's like he looks.
He's hammered.
No, but I mean like in
Oh.
terms of like how he like money wise.
Oh yeah, he's well off. He looks like he probably had a bad day and he's drinking it away.
Tell me, friend, what kind of hobbies do you generally enjoy?
Hobbies.
You know, singing, drinking, obviously, but gambling. Are you a gambling man?
No, the only hobby I have is getting fucked over. Tell you what, man.
Well, You know what gambling is perfect for? Changing your luck around.
Really?
Nothing changes your luck around like gambling. Now let me tell
Make
you.
a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh yeah.
With advantage.
Too drunk to realize.
27?
Yeah. Oh, really?
With a 19.
You know
You're gonna turn my luck around with.
I certainly believe I can.
Oh, how do you? Okay.
All right, we'll tell you
Do
what.
it.
We'll play a simple dice game, and I pull up my weighted dice.
Okay.
And I explain to him the rules of a basic game of dice, and I plop down 10 gold. Actually, I plop down 9 gold because that's all I have. So I plop down 9 gold, and I say buy-in is 5 gold if you'd be willing to go ahead and participate.
Yeah, I got that. He reaches in, pulls out.
Now, my
he
friend,
just grabs a chunk.
my friend, I want to be
Probably
the
at least
one.
11.
I want to be the one to preface. I want to be the one to preface. It might not always seem perfect at first. The point is that you keep playing, and when your luck turns around, you just win big.
Okay.
So don't get discouraged if your luck seems to follow what it currently is at originally.
So,
How about we play and we find out whether Lady Luck is
Okay.
smiling in your favor or not?
okay, all right, let's do that one. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, what do I do?
You're really
Well,
good at acting drunk, DM.
Do you want me to like actually explain? Do you want me to like actually explain the game, or do
No,
you
just
want?
make a sleight of hand check with advantage.
Maybe.
We don't care about your game.
Well, why sleight of hand though? He's got a weighted die, not just
Yeah,
deception.
it's super. I mean, if you want to do how
Yeah.
10.
Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay. He actually rolled 2 natural 20s in a row
Oh my
fuck
god.
for perception.
The drunk
Alright.
dude notices immediately.
Hey,
Well, my friend, you've already won the first game.
I did.
Yes. Well, look at that. Here you
So
are.
your funky dice are. All right, cool.
Yeah, aren't they fantastic? They're so ornate.
Yeah, I like him.
Tell you what.
Yeah.
Maybe you'd be willing to continue your winnings.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to win.
Tell you what.
Well,
How about would you be
turn
willing to
around.
play another game?
Yeah.
All right. And I set up again.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and.
Okay, better. 21.
All right. Yeah. So.
Is he rolling with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, question. Did you just give him all 9 of your gold?
I gave him 5 of my gold.
In hopes to win it back.
Yeah. So.
All right. So yeah, he doesn't notice this time.
All right, and I just like.
Yeah. All right. Eventually.
I'm basically going to keep doing that until I end up with about. I'll say about 30-ish gold.
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
go until I feel like I can't push my luck anymore.
Okay.
Is
yeah.
that
So.
how much gold that he has, though?
Yeah, no, I got.
He has enough.
Yeah, like
Greedy
just
little
tell me when you
Yeah,
think I get to the
fuck
point
you.
where he would be like starting to like
Yeah.
get upset, and I'm going to. If you want me to persuade him to keep playing, I will gladly do so. And just keep
go ahead
going.
and make one more persuasion check with advantage.
In fact, he's very drunk, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Friends. Oh,
Okay.
wait, I already have advantage.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
cast
Okay, well, then never-
the power of friendship right now.
Look, this cocked.
Friendship.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Okay.
So
You might roll higher.
yeah, so another natural 20.
Okay.
But yeah, that's
So yeah,
that's a 20.
You get him until he's empty, just coin purse. You get about 44 gold.
Wow.
All right,
Wow, exactly.
and
About that exact amount.
so all right, and
Now,
after he.
when do I get my gold?
Okay, so here's how it works.
Yeah.
Now that there's a bit of an exchange thing. It's like you know about banking and interests, right? Well, now that you have given me gold, it will then build, and then I will return, and I will give you more gold.
All right. When do I get it?
Well, sir, that's all part of the plan.
Yeah.
If you know, then other people will know, and then they'll try and steal it. So if you don't know, how can you accidentally let that information release itself?
Clearly, you're going dizzy.
Wait till I get going.
That was good.
All right, so what do I do now?
Well, now.
Tell me what to do.
I take out 2 more gold and I plunk them down in front of him and I say, you go enjoy the rest of your night with this gold that you've won. You can spend it on any drinks that you'd like. And I will return. If you want me, I'll roll.
Okay. No, yeah. Yeah. One more roll with advantage.
Persuasion. 18.
Okay. All right. So.
You enjoy your night, good sir.
Okay.
Excuse me. Whatever he'd like. And then I take it and I walk out and head to a different bar and try and do the same thing.
And as you walk out, he says, "Hey, wait a second! You're already gone."
Oh, yeah.
Hey, wait a minute! And I just kind of spend my night doing that.
Okay. Yeah.
Just mostly looking for someone who looks pretty well off, like more well off than I am, but very drunk.
All right. Make just for the night. Make a persuasion check, just general persuasion.
With advantage now.
No, just
Okay.
just to determine how the rest of
I
your
can't
goes.
cast friends on a general check. I'm not kidding.
That. Oh, damn.
That's
okay.
a whole natural 20.
Yeah. All right. So you find another good target, and you make off about another, I'd say 40 gold. And
Wow,
before
okay.
it gets pretty late, and
Ready to
you.
get on?
And then at which point I will. I'll go. Where the fuck are the rest of them? Oh shit. I'll head back to the entrance gate. And it'll go down and wait. No,
Yeah. No. I mean.
No, I
so
wouldn't-
for
I
the
wouldn't
sake
think about
of
that.
Speeding this up and like not having you guys crisscross
Yeah,
throughout the
please.
city, you eventually find them in like early into the next morning.
Okay, cool.
Woo!
So what do we do
Your
next?
So
boy
you
is
guys
old.
So
are
I
all-
took my long rest.
No, you have not rested. You
Okay.
are.
I've been in the tavern.
No, you've been searching
You
for
were
people.
searching for them.
Oh,
so
okay,
you guys
okay.
have not slept all through the night,
I
and
didn't.
you are all exhausted.
Gladly.
Not literally exhausted, but you're getting there actually.
Oh boy.
I will then, if that's the case, I will join the rest of my party back to the glass bowl, as you said it, and I will gladly enjoy a rest.
Okay. It's about it's 5 silver for a room for each of you.
We're not
Luckily, I
sharing,
recently
guys.
Can I
Luckily,
take the
I recently
leftover
came
from
into
the
some
beers
wine.
I didn't drink?
What's that?
I go up to the bartender and say, so I only had about 5 of those ales. Can we just call my tab even and I take a room?
Sure.
How much was it?
5 silver, so half a gold. It's not too terribly bad.
It's pretty nice. Like, price wise. But yeah, then I will catch a full rest.
So you guys sleep through most of the day, and I know we just took a break, but I really have to pee again. So we're gonna take another short break. So yeah, very short. We'll be right back.
We won't move.
Oh my god.
I would murder you.
And we're back. Told you it was a short break. All right.
Alright, guys, stream's over. Night.
Yeah. So you guys have all slept through most of the day. You wake up at about mid-afternoon on the next day in the glass bowl. You have found accommodations. They are fairly nice. Nothing extravagant. Definitely not like poor. So you wake up. Darius, you find him in the central common room of the tavern the next morning or next afternoon. And what would you like me to do now?
I'd go up to Darius
Yeah,
and say,
so,
I
yeah.
believe we are ready when you need us.
I'm ready
Well-
to head out to wherever it is you'd like to escort us. I believe we're heading to this manor, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I can take you to the general area.
You
I-
don't know where the manor is?
I know where it is. I just don't want to go near it.
Right.
That's hopefully what you guys.
Right, yes, I
Yeah.
totally
Before
understand.
we move, Before we move forward, would you like to enumerate our actual task
Yeah,
other than
that's
play
fine.
investigator?
Yeah.
That's not really what I'm
I put on the mod.
What are we supposed to be doing? Just exploring the
yeah,
manor?
Hopefully exploring and hopefully stopping whatever is causing this disappearance.
And which one of your friends exactly would you like us to look for? Let's not assume they're dead just yet. Hopefully we could find some of these friends of yours.
Well,
Who disappeared most recently?
most recently was someone who was not my friend. However,
I didn't like that person.
I thought it was going to be not my friend, but my brother.
All my friends are my siblings, after all.
I
never knew my
from what I heard, it was a sort of a middle-aged woman, Iorna. That's all. All I have is the name. I don't know what she looks like. I just know that she was most. From what I've heard, she was the most recently missed.
Well,
Okay.
when we walk in there screaming Iona, I imagine nothing can go wrong.
I just have a quick question.
Nothing can go wrong.
Has anyone considered the fact that perhaps these people have just been arrested? Given that it happened so quickly to the boy.
Which you did not see.
Yeah.
I assumed you would have told me about your day.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I mean, I imagine that's more of a public an instance.
They definitely want. They don't
Perhaps
definitely
I've
keep
seen it.
arrests private. They definitely make a show of arresting people. If someone's arrested, you want to know.
You'll
You
know.
can find out.
I would imagine so. That being said, never been one to count out a good conspiracy theory.
I'm down. Let's
Are you
go
trying to
check
write
out
a new
this manor.
song?
Manor.
Leave it to the bard, princess.
So,
I just
are
like
you?
twitching.
Are
Yes.
you all ready now? All right, then. Eager
Just
when I
follow
see it. Follow me. I like it. And he
Take me to your manor.
briskly starts walking
Is that
out
how
of the
he
glass
walks?
bowl. See you later. He waves to his brother. See you later, Jolar. And
See you, Jella.
Call him Jello.
so.
The names.
So you guys walk out of the glass bowl and begin making your way along the city path.
His name is Jello, and he lives in a glass bowl. Come on, it's too perfect.
All right, and you guys make your way back out to the outskirts of the city and make your way back out the gate, uncontested. Nobody seems to pay any mind with people leaving. It's more of a,
Hey, wait a minute. You're not allowed to leave.
and he takes you off the path and up a hill and into a further down there is a thicket of forest.
Yeah.
Lost you?
A nice thick forest.
Yes. Forest. All right.
Man, that forest got some.
So he takes you down, and you guys begin walking for about, I'd say, an hour, until you reach a point where Darius stops. He says, "Well, this is as far as I'm going to go. Continue going that way," and he points. And from what I've heard, you should reach it.
All right. Well,
Encouraging.
now that I'm thoroughly encouraged.
Well, now that I'm thoroughly dissuaded, can I be
can
reminded
I make an
exactly?
insight check? What the fuck? Why have we been making insight checks? Can I make an insight check on
You
him?
can make an insight
The
check.
hell?
I would also like to
What
make
kind
an
of
insight
player am I? A typical one.
Oh, baby. 11.
Okay.
He's a little weird, but nothing sinister.
He's been a little weird. Before we depart, remind me of our pay exactly. I did see quite a bit of platinum, correct?
Oh,
Is there an exact amount of number?
I'm sorry. Oh, what?
Don't mind him. Bards are a bit off. However, it would be nice to know exactly what our recompense will be when we are finished with the test.
Of course. I assume you'd be satisfied with 50 platinum.
Each.
Oh, no. Each. Ouch.
I think
The three of us greedy fucks.
I know, right?
I think that would be
How
an
exactly do
appropriate
you
amount.
expect us to split
How about
50 gold
60?
amongst 4 people?
Well, it'd be
60.
500 gold. 50
Or
platinum.
50 platinum amongst 4 people.
Well, it'd be
Well,
125 gold
I imagine
each.
evenly.
I thought you ran the tavern. Ignoring her, that would
60
be
platinum.
50.
60.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm haggling.
That wasn't in character. I was correcting her.
Okay.
Yeah, let her haggle.
No, 50.
Make
dumb
a
bitch.
make a persuasion check.
Can I assist? I'll be like, I mean, 60 would be an appropriate amount
Bardic
considering we are
inspiration,
going out here.
Please.
I don't know why we're
Sacrifice.
settling
Make
for
a-
60, given that 70 was what we got paid for our last venture.
That is a fair point.
What?
Do you
I
not
do
remember?
remember being paid 70
But when we
for a
killed the
bar.
Griffin, we got that 70 platinum.
And that was merely one griffin, and here we are investigating an entire disappearance of a town.
I don't know who you're getting your money
you
from,
can't
but they
divide
have
70
much deeper pockets than
by
I.
4.
I think 60 might be an
Well, then give me
appropriate
more.
amount then.
Oh my god.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
He's joining me, right?
Yeah,
It's
so
a-
you get it with advantage.
you roll again, you get 2. And we take
And
the
you
better
take
one.
the high one.
Even
Oh
better.
my God.
6.
Yeah. Thank
Why you
guys.
let me do these things?
Why didn't you? You guys never think
You
about
got there
more money.
first.
That's always me.
What do you mean? I've never not thought about more money. That's
I
fine.
think 50 should be enough.
But counter.
Please.
Make us friends.
I mean,
Well,
we gave
well.
you discounts on your room and
He makes a round
No, you
fair
didn't.
point.
You gave us discount on our
Shopping.
potions.
there
yeah.
was. I talked to Jalar. He gave you a discounted price. It was 5 silver, correct? This is the price you got. It's normally 7.
2 silver. Shit. Yeah, no, I'm on his side.
Well,
I want to
thank you. We will report back to you when we found
Fine.
anything.
Tell me.
He seems to be pretty truthful.
Okay, yeah. So we continue.
Yeah, I
We
guess
Fine.
continue. I
we'll take the
get
50
over
gold and
myself.
steal ourselves.
50 platinum.
Before we go,
50 platinum. Right.
Yeah.
That right.
I ain't cheapskate.
Before we go, my loot-toting friend, do you have anything to rally us with, perhaps? Any words of wisdom?
You might want to wait. You might want to wait until we're closer. My inspiring words tend to last for a short amount of time.
Not very inspiring, then, are we?
When I know we're
Let's
less than
go
10
get 'em, boys.
When I know we're less
Listening
than
to
10
the
minutes
same
away.
song.
When I
Good
know
song.
we're less than 10
it was
minutes
not.
away. What's that?
I reminded him of the 3 days we spent listening to the same 4 chords. And he insists it's a good song. I
Let's
disagree.
go.
Fantastic song.
Here we go.
Patient child.
Dragon's
go.
We're talking on the way. Why can't we talk on the way?
You guys are so loud.
What? Sorry. guys.
Didn't realize it was too late for your bedtime.
What?
That didn't. What?
I would ask if you read that in a bad joke book, but
Exactly how much numbers are we getting?
So she can't read or speak. I see.
alright, well, I'd say we're just walking there.
I didn't
Are you
joke.
okay?
You also.
Yeah, dude. We just start.
Do we come up to the manor?
So,
Find a spooky house.
so you continue walking for
Wait, shit. No, keep going.
for about another 5 minutes.
My numbers.
When you see in the distance, through the thicket of trees, a dark metal gate and fence that surrounds some plot of land. You can't see exactly anything other than trees.
I'd like to make an investigation check, just see if there's anything out of the ordinary besides the general creepiness.
Make a perception check.
Ooh, baby. 21.
21. Looking around, you look around at the trees, and the ground and the canopy. What seems to be unusual is there are, for the best that you can tell, like almost, it's hard to explain, almost beehive-like structures on like maybe 2 of the trees. And they aren't regular looking beehives. They are larger and
Grotesque,
strange.
guys.
Yeah.
I'd like to make a nature check and see if I know what these are.
Go for
I
it.
will also attempt to do so.
Oh, baby, that's a, what is nature? Int? That's a 21. Once again.
I will. It's 13.
Okay. You've never seen anything like this. Excuse me. And the only comparison you have is some kind of beehive. It's weird.
Okay. Are we within about 30 feet of the front gate?
At this point, you're about maybe 50 feet and steadily approaching.
I I hold my hand up to the party and say, perhaps overcautious, however, allow me. And I get within 30 feet and I use Mage Hand to push open the gate. See if it gives any resistance or just kind of shove it open.
So as you cast your Mage Hand, you push it, and it gets caught on a chain. It is locked.
I cast rock, paper, scissors.
Can I attempt to pick the lock?
Do you want to go up to
sure.
it? Or use
As you,
I'm gonna use my mage hand because I don't know what's in that gate.
So as you begin approaching, you hear behind you what sounds like a very faint buzzing sound, and it gets louder, and you turn around.
Wait, so I can't pick the lock?
You're all. This is on the way.
Oh. Okay.
As you're walking up to the lock, and you see, looking at the source of the noise, you see something strange, something you've never seen before, or anything resembling it. It looks as if, or you look as there's this flying entity. It has long wasp-like wings, a wolf's head, and fur body. Wolf? And you can see it's flying up above. It's got wolf claws, but at the end of it, it ends with a stinger.
Can I get a size?
No,
that's what I'm thinking. What size?
How big is this thing?
It's a little bit bigger than a grown adult direwolf. It is rather large, and its wings are massive to compensate.
How is this thing?
It's like a wolf bee wasp hybrid.
That's also giant.
It's a bumble wolf.
Yeah. So, and it is
a wolf bee
coming straight for you
guys.
Yes.
I like bumble wolf.
Dun 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 dun.
As I find music.
What
is it? While I'm looking for this, go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh, baby!
Wait.
Where the heck is this?
Hey, I forgot that my Jack of all trades accounts for initiative.
Do I have anything that I add to that, or is it just?
Wait,
yeah,
what?
your initiative.
Do I increase initiative?
No, I do.
Your initiative is +3.
My initiative is an ability check, therefore I
13.
I add half my proficiency bonus to all of the checks.
I was talking to her.
And she was talking about what I was.
What's that?
Is a great axe a melee weapon?
Yes.
Use it. Hello.
Music machine broke.
Music machine fixed.
We got silence though.
Yeah. All right. So, for initiative, let me find my stats. I need.
What does everybody have?
13.
A number.
13. I have 18.
You going lickety split? Yeah, I think you beat everyone. I got 12.
Okay.
We're all like right next to each other.
Chris, can you hear the music on stream?
Yeah.
Cool.
Chris being our man behind the curtain.
Do not look behind the curtain.
There we go. Alright, so for initiative. Alright, 25 to 20. 20 to 15. What'd you get?
18.
Alright. 15 to 10.
14.
13.
13.
12.
Okay.
Huh.
How
nice of us to give it a nice little.
Alright, you got what? 13, 12? Okay, gotcha. Morthos.
I wonder how intelligent this thing is.
Okay, so.
Just dumb enough for you.
You
Just
see.
dumb enough for Phantasmal.
Is there just one of these?
Yeah, so
okay.
all you see is one, but it is about maybe 20 feet from you and flying straight for you.
Straight for me or for everybody?
For you. It is probably 5 feet off the ground, so you can swing at it by maybe for you.
For me, I would.
You'd have to jump, but it is within distance. So.
Can I run and hide somewhere?
Sure. All right. So go ahead and so you run around behind the tree.
Okay. Is there anywhere to hide by the gate?
By the gate, yeah. There are a couple of trees scattered around the gate that you're able to.
Okay, I'm gonna go run by the gate and hide behind a tree.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check.
19.
19. Okay. Okay. So, at this point, do you have anything else with your turn? Bonus action, or I guess that could have been your bonus action.
You could
your action.
throw a dagger or something.
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna go and try and pick the lock with my.
You can't do that as an action.
Okay. So
Can I
you
do
want
that?
to stealthily pick the lock?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you'd have to spend an action to cast Mage Hand, and then you could lock it on your next turn as an action.
Okay.
So, I think probably we should take care of this thing first.
Huh?
We should probably take care of this thing first.
Yeah? I don't know. I was looking for a way to escape this shit because I'm short.
Alright, what you doing for?
I'm hiding. That's it.
Hiding? Okay.
I'm good for now.
Alright, so that brings us to Kalistar.
Oh, cool. Alright, well, looking up at this, I'm gonna say, first of all, I'm gonna say, holy shit. And then I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force on it. And I'm going to make the image. Oh wow, that's cool. I somehow managed to copy over the spell description for heat metal twice.
Nice.
Under my Phantasmal Force. So I was like, why does that say fire? But I'm going to cast Phantasmal Force under the middle of the actual one.
Okay.
And I'm going to make the image of a 10 foot by 10 foot by 10 foot dragon.
Okay.
It's like a big green dragon.
Like just a full square dragon?
Nah, but I mean like it's like within the size of that, but like an actual dragon.
Yeah, I
like
get you.
breathing
It's
fire.
just a cube with a dragon's
It's a
face.
fat little
Dragon's
dragon.
fucking fire idiot.
Is this a construct or undead?
This is.
I don't need to know what it is. Is it just one of those?
Neither.
Okay, cool. Alright, it needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Wait, actually, it would be. Hold on.
Fucking
Let me make sure. What were the
It
two?
best not be a
Constructs
construct.
and undead.
This is.
Constructs are kind of like golems, fake
Magic.
creatures that kind of like are just made by magic or kind of whatever. And undead is exactly what you think it is. And his spell won't work on it.
Neither of those.
It needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. That is a 7.
Alright. It now thinks that it is real, including sound, temperature, and every other stimuli. So now it thinks that there's a dragon right in front of it.
Okay.
And then
And it's gonna react accordingly. Like it takes damage from it.
and then each round on
Really?
my turn, so I'm gonna have the dragon attack him.
Okay.
It takes 1d6 damage as it thinks it's just been attacked.
Gotcha.
So
Is that psychological damage?
yes, that
Nice.
takes 2 points of psychic damage.
2 points of psychic damage. Alright.
And this is concentration.
Alright, so your phantasmal dragon reaches out with its claws, strikes it, and not making any physical.
Only it can see it, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
So nobody else sees this thing.
yeah,
It just all of a
so
sudden.
you
looks
watch
like
as this
Nice.
thing, this creature flying up above with its wolf and bee-like features,
It's a
flies
illusion.
towards, stops,
Just a minor
and
illusion.
backs
No,
up
it's a
like
second
it's
level
just been harmed. It makes like a low growling sound of pain.
And
out of nowhere, seemingly.
I'm gonna inspire Vistra, and I'm gonna say, "Hello, Vistra, my old friend. I've come to inspire you again because a giant fucking creature
How many
is
bars
over
you
there, and holy shit, just fucking kill it! You now have a
Alright.
d6 of inspiration.
Right.
And it is now your turn.
So, how far away from it am I?
You're about 20 feet away from it.
And it's about 5 feet off the ground.
Yes.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my movement. Because I have 25 feet of movement. I'm gonna run and like jump off a tree and swing at it.
Okay. So yeah, you kick
Nice.
off a tree. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
6.
Plus anything?
Plus, yeah, plus pushes.
Plus 6.
Plus 6. So 12.
And then,
12.
if you'd like,
So-
you could use your inspiration.
You could use your.
You to add a d6.
So you roll a d6 and add
I
that.
would
This
do
is
that.
gonna be a cool move if it works. I'm gonna do it.
Alright.
I
You
don't
gotta be
want-
inspired to make this shit
I don't
work.
want to miss the tree or some dumb shit.
6.
4. So
Not bad.
16.
16. All right. So taking your axe, and I know since you're new, I'll allow you to, if you want to use your rage first. Remember to.
Yeah, can I do that?
Okay.
You have
Yeah.
3 of them from per long rest.
Yeah.
So
Just some leeway because we're
Thank you.
still getting used to it. So yeah, you running at it, your eyes go like all you see is red with fury, and you jump out, kick off a tree, use your battle axe, swing down, and you do hit it. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Wait, no.
I was gonna say.
This is a 20. I need a 12. Yes. That would be 7.
7. 7.
You rolled a
points.
1.
No, wait.
Rage damage.
Okay.
Remember, plus 2 to all damage when you're
She
raging.
rolled 3.
So 3 plus 5 plus
2.
2.
Wait, why plus 5?
What?
3 plus 4 plus 2.
Someone help me. I'm confused.
Your strength plus 4. Yeah.
So,
So
7.
9.
9 damage. Okay.
9.
Gotcha.
3 plus 4 plus 2. Yes.
All right. So 9 points of damage. As
7 plus 2.
as you use your momentum coming downward, you slice through its abdomen, and you watch as it opens up, and this dark greenish, blackish ichor oozes out of its body. And you fall to the ground, your axe covered in this liquid. You look up at it, and it's very angry now.
Is my axe in any way damaged by this liquid? Or?
No, it's just...
Question, what kind of noise does it make?
It makes both the buzzing sound
at the same time. You need to demonstrate for us. I need to know. Thank you.
It growls like a wolf, but the wings make a buzzing sound like a bee.
Fly like a bee, bite like a wolf, sting like a bee.
Yeah, we don't have the miniatures for this because we're idiots. All right. Also, it's only one person, so that's not a big deal. So, with that, is that your turn, Vistra?
Yes.
Okay. So, after Vistra comes Morthos.
Awesome. Well, as per usual, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Go ahead. Look up at him, I pull my tome out and read from it and roll a... Oop, baby, that's a 21.
21 does hit. Go ahead and roll for damage.
D12 or D8? I can never remember.
D12
Anthony, help.
or
D12 or D8? I can never remember.
It's D10.
D10.
Oh,
D10
D10.
your,
Okay. Yeah, just take the middle. Yep. Oh, so that's a 7 damage.
7 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay. As you release your dark magic incantation, you release a bolt of pure force. It hits, knocking it back a few feet before it regains its composure. Alright, is that your turn? Okay. That will bring us to its turn. It is
now
going.
sees the giant dragon in its face. Dragon.
So, looking at the dragon.
As a note, it can make its intelligence check on its turn to determine if it's real.
Is that its action?
Let me double check.
Okay.
Yeah, it is an action.
Okay.
So it has to it would also need to have the cognizance to question whether or not it's real.
Okay. Well, barring its wolf-like teeth, it's going to protect its territory and attack the one that did the most damage to it and cut it open. It's going to make a sting attack against you. It's going to attack the dragon. So that is... a 19 to hit.
Ripperino.
Yeah.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Jesus Christ,
So
you have like a million. Wait, is this poison?
You're not sure.
Well, no, is it poison for her? She
Oh,
gets
yeah.
advantage on saves against poison.
Yeah, you get advantage because it is poison.
Yeah. So you get advantage on your roll.
So roll twice, take the higher.
Oh.
17.
It's a 23.
23, okay.
Nice.
So you take
6 plus.
6 points of piercing damage. And
which is reduced.
Yeah, reduced 3. And as well as
Calm yourself.
Stop whatever.
Just make me really uncomfortable.
There's better been D4s.
math. 8 points of poison damage.
Only.
I'm
Was that
resistant.
before half?
Now,
Was that
it
total?
was 19 points of poison damage reduced to half because you succeeded on your saving throw.
And then
So-
also reduced by another half. because
Reduced
she's
by another half
resistant.
because you're immune. Or resistant
I'd
to
start
poison.
throwing daggers.
So
if I
total
were you.
damage is 4.
Me?
Yeah.
So
shoot
total
both.
damage of
Shoot an arrow.
just the poison or both?
Total damage of just the
It was
poison.
3
Got
points.
it.
Or
You,
should I
so
throw
yeah,
it?
in total
Yeah.
you take
Dragon,
3
can I
points of
do that?
poison. Or
Yeah,
3
you can
points
do
of
either.
I'm
piercing.
hidden, so that wouldn't be long.
4 points of poison.
I'm loving
7
this
total.
battle.
Got it.
Oh, excuse me.
Throwing a
So,
dagger is not
Yeah, if you're using a ranged
And
weapon.
it is
Like,
going
you're using it as a
to.
ranged weapon.
Can I
rather
take
than-
a slap of opportunity since it's paying attention to me?
It hasn't moved out of your range, so you don't get an attack of opportunity yet. But it will bring us back to Cora.
Okay, I'm gonna peek around the tree, see that this monster is attacking my friend, and I'm like, oh shit, no. So I whip out my bow, I'm gonna shoot at it.
All right.
I'll
Go ahead and make
do
an
it
attack
next
roll.
turn.
I was just saying, give some.
12. Do I add anything to that?
What is it? You're attacking?
Yeah.
You're throwing it? Yeah, it's +5.
Oh, okay. So
It's just like a
17.
regular dagger attack.
What was it?
17.
17 does hit.
Good night.
Wait,
what do I roll
are
now?
we considered close enough for a sneak attack? Well, she's also hidden.
Yeah, so you have
Advantage.
we're sneaking,
Roll-
so you have advantage.
roll this again.
So yeah, go ahead.
Okay, just in case
you get
it's
natural.
She does! Ooh, baby!
Alright, so
What happened?
go
All
ahead.
your sneak attack damage, all the dice that you roll, it's double the numbers that you roll.
So go ahead and roll your regular damage and your sneak attack damage, and then double that, and that's
How
your
do I do
total.
1d4 plus 2d6.
Okay.
One hell of a throw.
So 2.
1, Oh, 2.
And then 4,
4 plus 2.
6,
It's 12.
12 plus 3, so 15.
15 points of damage. That
Like
double.
plus 3.
That's after the
Your
Oh,
dexterity
okay.
modifier.
Yeah.
Okay. 15 points of damage. You knock your bow, loose your arrow, and it manages to catch it in like the pit of its arm and
Ooh.
slash wing, and it reels back from the impact. Comes back forward and is ready for its next turn. We did serious damage to it. You see the same dark black
Cool.
ichor oozing from its wound.
Okay, I go back to hide.
So go ahead and use your bonus action to hide. Go ahead and make
Yeah.
another stealth check.
What's that? I can't see it. 17.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That brings us back to Kelistar.
Okay, I am going to mark off my inspiration that I used. Yeah, I'm just gonna cast Vicious Mockery. I'm gonna save my spells for now. I don't think this is a huge deal. I'm going to say,
It is a flying wasp wolf.
yeah,
This is a big deal.
yeah, we're fine. She
It's
only
also
almost,
like
she only
6 feet tall.
almost took 19 points of poison damage if she wasn't a dwarf barbarian. Things are fine. Let me just
I only took 7.
And then also took the poison
and
damage.
I'm just gonna
I
say,
took 3 of piercings, 4 of poison.
I don't know, man. Damn, I thought the bugbears were ugly. So it's a wisdom save.
Okay.
That is 11.
Hey, baby!
Alright, so
Because I'm a dwarf.
Right,
It
yeah.
takes 2 points of psychic damage, and it has disadvantage on its next attack.
okay, good to
What
know.
about the dragon? Doesn't the dragon?
Yeah, it just each round on my turns, so it just takes 1d6.
Okay.
Yay.
So it takes another 4 points of psychic damage.
4 points of psychic
Hey,
damage.
baby!
You're
Because
welcome.
it hasn't moved out
This
of
dragon is just rolling.
It hasn't moved out of the way. It hasn't moved at all. Okay, so yeah.
My arrow did some good shit.
Okay.
My dragon.
You
You guys don't see anything, but like it's just standing there. It's like
Yeah.
Vistra, it is your turn.
Alright, so I'm gonna use Great Weapons Master.
What was that?
I'm gonna attack with my Great Axe, but I'm gonna use Great Weapons Master.
Okay. So you go ahead and make your attack roll.
you should.
So minus 5 DC.
I would no -5 to the attack roll. I would advise using a reckless attack, which is where you get advantage on all of your attacks this turn. But if it's going to hit you, it would also get advantage against you. So it's basically
Because
a way
it's
of just-
already got disadvantage.
It's already got disadvantage on the next attack, so it's like you can just get yourself like a better chance of actually hitting it with that -5.
Okay.
It's just the idea. So
So,
Reckless
reckless, great,
attack.
Reckless.
great weapon master.
reckless, great weapon master.
Thank God. Awesome!
Oof.
Was that a 2 and a 4? Or a
I
double
rolled 4 twice.
Oh baby.
So -1. So I'm
Well,
just gonna.
actually, no,
you
5.
have your bonuses.
Yeah.
Remember your bonuses when you
Alright.
roll.
Yeah. The important.
So
They are very important.
5.
Yeah, so you got a 5.
Know what your
I'm
bonuses.
Alright.
just gonna fuck
So,
off then.
yeah. Yeah, taking great axe, you're using your reckless attacks is just you can't see anything. You just all you see is red. You're just in too much of a rage.
Literally just red. Just like one solid
Yeah.
color. blind.
Morthos, it is your turn.
Except for the blind.
Alright. Yeah, I think I'm going to cast another Eldritch Blast. I pull out my book and I just flip over the page once again and I throw out an incantation
Okay.
for a 25.
Definitely hits.
Wait,
This one is
is that a 19?
Yeah, 19.
Hell yeah.
That juicy plus 6. Where's my 10? There we go. That's an 8. I'm a fool. No, it's not. Oh, I got a 0, so that's 10 on the D10.
10, yeah, on a
yeah,
D10.
not crazy. Okay, so that'll be 14.
14 damage. Wow. All right.
Nice.
Man, we are killing the game.
Except for me.
You're doing great, Sweaty.
I cut it open.
Sweaty.
I like that.
Okay. So after Morthos, it is its turn. It is going
It is this turn.
the half wasp.
The Bumble Wolf.
It's going to.
Bumblewolf.
I don't think it's a bumblebee. I think it's a wasp.
Well, yeah, but Bumble Wolf
Yeah, but
sounds
wasp.
awesome.
See, you could just combine wasp and wolf, but then you just get wasp wolf. So it's kind of.
Or
Walls.
whoop. It's a
We'll save the anthropology for later.
It's a whoop.
It's going to.
It might be human, you don't know.
Okay.
What's it doing?
It's going to fly away from
the
the
dragon.
dragon. You get an attack of opportunity,
Alright.
and the phantastical thing doesn't get an attack. Doesn't it?
No, but you also roll with advantage.
because
you've reckless attacked.
12 plus the 6.
6, yeah.
So that's 18 plus I'm raging, so that's 20.
No, your rage damage. It's a
Yeah, it
to
rages
damage,
the
not
damage. So
attack.
you have an 18.
18. That does hit. So go ahead and roll for your damage. This
Yeah.
time you do get to add your rage.
Now I get to add the rage.
Yeah, now it's
So
plus
it's that
6.
plus 4 plus 2.
9.
Hey,
points.
baby!
Hitting those 9s.
Killing it with bug bites.
Honestly.
All right. So it is going.
Because it's a bug.
Yeah, fuck you.
It's going to fly towards Cora since you were.
But I'm hidden.
You're right.
She
You are
successfully
hidden. So it is going to instead fly towards Morthos.
That's bullshit.
And it does have
All of
She's
5
dead.
feet away.
disadvantage, right? No, or did you use it?
It is disadvantage on
last turn.
Yeah,
Okay,
it is
so it has
disadvantage
disadvantage on its attack. That is 17 against your armor class.
Okay, that hits, but a note. What's my unarmored AC? Because
10.
I never went and got my leather back. I'm wearing robes.
10 plus your dexterity mod.
Yeah, okay, so I've got 10, but yeah, that definitely
Forgot
hits.
your
You don't have a dexterity
leather.
modifier?
Huh?
You were like, yeah, cool, I'll come pick it up. Yeah, we're ready to go, right? Yeah, come on, get my armor.
Damn, feels bad. All right.
Feels bad, man.
So
I
I need
die,
to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, bravely.
Vibe.
Oh, sweet, actually. Yeah, it's 18.
18. Okay, you take 6 points of piercing damage, as well as 8 points of poison damage.
6 and 8?
Yes.
We got 14.
So
math.
as the stinger comes
Reverse
towards you,
math,
the
so.
wolf flies towards you, grabs you with its wolf claws, and stings you with this wasp tail
It's
or
Wolf's
stinger.
little butt, you know?
Yeah.
It's
It's just
It
like it's like a
impales-
wolf humping you, but with
Yeah.
a stinger.
I had dogs.
impales your abdomen, and you feel a pulse of poison flowing
Jesus.
through your veins, and you flex, shake it off, push it off, and are able to
Heck
now
yeah.
make your turn
Ha.
next time.
Because you're a warlock.
Yep.
Cora, it is your turn.
Cora's gonna do the same thing
No.
again.
Go
Yeah.
ahead and make an attack roll.
The hex is boring.
It's fantastic.
So I got 6.
Is that with advantage because you're stealth?
Ooh, okay, yeah. I'll
Wait,
probably
what do I
grab
do
that
for
on my next level.
advantage?
I'll
Roll again.
roll twice,
You
take the
disadvantage
high.
on a
Ow!
ability check.
Okay, 14. Wait, do I add anything to that?
Yes.
Look, that's
Oh,
those are-
okay,
those are your
19.
numbers.
19,
I'm sorry,
that
I always
does hit.
forget.
Yeah.
I always forget. I
So
always
now
forget.
go ahead and roll
All
for
point.
damage, and as well
Okay.
as your sneak attack damage.
So
So I did
wait,
this.
are you using a short bow? I thought you were throwing a dagger. Oh shit, it's not D4. It's 2. It's 3d6. Oh shit, that's my bad. So
Not a huge difference.
that plus
But
that
then
plus 3.
Plus 3. 4,
Nice,
3, 5. Okay, so 9, 12, 15.
15 points of damage.
Yeah.
Ouch. All right.
Same amount that you did.
Yup.
Crit.
Yeah. So loosing another arrow, you shoot
Robes
it,
are balanced.
stick it in the same
Robes
spot
are
that you did
good.
the last
Robes
time,
are balanced.
embedding
Robes
the
are
arrow
good.
even
Robes
deeper
are
into its
balanced.
flesh.
Ooh,
Um,
baby, yeah. Can I go back to hide again?
Yes. Go ahead and roll another stealth check.
Ah yes, the rogue battle plan.
Okay, I have, wait, that's 13.
13. Okay.
Does that count?
Yeah, give me counts. So it takes a lot of damage with the arrow impaled into it. Now it is Kalistar's turn.
Oh shit. Those claws aren't made of metal, are they?
Oh no, they're not.
No. Okay. I thought not. I can understand things. Yeah, I don't want to waste any. Really, I don't really want to waste any of my spells right now. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit it with. Wait, where is it? It's like next to Morthos.
Yeah, next to
That's
Morthos.
like pretty close to me. I'm just gonna walk around. I'm gonna hit it with my rapier.
Okay.
Woof. Busting out actual weaponry.
I know.
I know, right?
Unlike every bardo, unless you're Val. It's fine. 16.
16 does hit.
Hey, baby. Hey, 8 points of damage.
All right. So drawing your rapier, you charge towards it, impale through the lower portion of its body into its abdomen and up through its head, impaling it all the way through. You watch as it struggles and its wings begin to flicker and slow. As it tries to fly away, it pauses and then drops to the ground and curls up like a dead spider.
Wait, did I kill it?
You did kill it.
What the fuck?
It did be
You had
redundant it.
such a close opportunity to vicious mockery.
Don't you
Jeff.
fucking tell me that.
Like if you had hit, it had 3 hit points left.
Don't
so
you do that to me. Don't do that to me.
You could have mocked the
How much health did I have? Can I ask him what he said?
Normally you don't get to know, but
Yeah.
I mean, for reference, it had 80.
Said what?
80.
Damn.
80.
Damn it!
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
3.
there are hives of those things around us, so I can't wait to fight 10.
Could have viciously mocked something to death. It's like my one goal in this campaign.
Well done.
I mean, I killed it, so hey.
Exactly.
GG me. Alright, I'm going over to the
Yay.
and kill list. Kill count going in the back.
Okay.
Is it really?
So, with that thing defeated, what would you like to do now?
I want to pick that lock.
Okay. All right. So go ahead and
That's what I'm gonna do.
go ahead and make a lock picking check.
Would be thieves' tools?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's
Well-
your dexterity plus your proficiency bonus.
I do have a torch in my
Like,
backpack.
you roll and then dexterity.
So.
My mocking kills, my melee kills, and my spell kills. It's gonna be great.
13, 12, I think.
12. So that's
Yeah.
your roll plus. Okay.
Sounds like an old rusty lock,
Yeah.
no?
So you go to pick it, and it takes you a good 10 minutes just to. It's
Jesus
really old and rusty,
You gotta
and
pick through
you're
the
having
rust.
trouble getting it.
It's all this
How-
oxidation.
However, you do manage to hear it, and
Yeah. Boy. Oof.
I look to the party and I say, "Wait, are these nests that we saw? These weird hives? Are they attached to trees?"
yeah, they're kind of like formed and molded.
I'm gonna
to
go
the
poke
shapes
one.
of the
I'll be right
trees.
back.
Well, I didn't think much for poking one. However, as I pull out the torch to my companions, I say, "I wouldn't want to burn a forest down, certainly, but if we could cut them from the trees, we could make an
Drive them
effigy
out
of sorts."
their nests.
How big are these things?
Are you really ready to take on a large
They're
amount?
about as big as.
That's a human
Like-
curse.
They're not huge. They're. I'm trying to like for reference, like that creature. Like if it was like entirely curled up into itself, it could probably fit inside. So they're
So-
pretty big, but
Perhaps
But
they're
only for,
housings
like, one?
Yeah.
Perhaps they're housings for, if not singular of these creature, their children. We could cut these children off the pass.
That is very true.
I certainly think it would be worth a shot.
How many of the hives are there?
you only seen 2.
Okay.
I recommend, well, Vistra's axe can certainly take one down.
I also have a torch.
Would you like to dagger one down? We'll put them into a
Dagger
pile.
it down.
Dagger it
That's a
down.
short sword.
I'm the short one.
All right. Well,
Why am I doing this shit?
May I borrow your short sword?
Is that a thing I can do?
What,
Yeah.
hand me a short
Oh,
sword?
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do.
I-
You can try to do most anything in
You
this
can
game.
certainly
Just-
try.
but
I mean,
Can I roll to give him my short sword?
I could just slap it with
Stab
a
it.
quarterstaff.
Good
but-
job.
That'd
Anyway.
be fun.
I hold out my torch so that you can light that as well.
Yeah, so I have my flint and steel in my backpack as well, so I light my torch and his, and I hand my torch over to Cora as I go.
Why me? I can't reach anything.
We're not
but it's
burning them
along.
on the trees. We want to cut them down so we don't burn down the forest. We're going to, drag them into the path.
Okay.
Right. So I'm going to go
Okay,
and I'm going to
yeah.
attempt to cut down with the short sword
Roll for
one
it.
of the...
Okay.
Am I
Yeah.
climbing up the tree?
So yeah, you climb up the
You
tree.
go
You go
long
to
axe.
Yeah,
cut
yeah,
it
I
down.
believe in you.
It's
You're
pretty
athletic.
thick. It's hard. You have to kind of like saw into it.
Am
However,
I just chopping at it like wood?
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, yeah. In order to get it down, you do have to like put some force behind it. You can't like just kind of force it off. You have to put some effort behind it. However, you do manage to almost like peel it off the tree, and it falls, just slumps onto the ground.
Wait.
Is it not-
If she's having trouble climbing the tree, do I see her having trouble getting up there?
Can I reach the
I could just
lowest branches?
Eldritch blast the stem that's holding it on there.
Yeah, I mean, it's an effort, but she's pretty accustomed to
Okay,
athletic activities.
leave her to her
So,
work.
Yeah.
I'm
So
sporty.
yeah, you managed to both
Spice?
cut down these like weird hive things.
I drag the one I cut to the most open area, like with the most open
Oh.
above, so that I can't risk burning any of the trees, and I
Okay.
just kind of drop it.
Oops.
I found
Okay.
Motion.
I don't
Yeah.
get my
So I
bardic inspiration.
Wait, and then I light them on fire, right?
light them on fire.
it.
Please.
Wait, shouldn't we check for more?
That's totally a thing to
Yeah.
Inside them.
No,
Short rest bardic
more
inspiration
nests.
machine broke.
All right, I'd like
Can
to
we
make
search?
a
Yeah.
perception check, see if I see any more nests before we
Okay.
start this burning.
Because perhaps
Can I
if
do
there
that
are
as well?
more of these.
That'll
Sick. That was like a 5.
Okay.
I mean, yeah,
Like it, he said
I'll
to
Okay,
change
change
it.
that.
what's perception shit? And what do I add?
You're gonna add intelligence.
Intelligence?
16.
Okay, so I got...
No, I'm sorry, wisdom. Wisdom. You're adding
Wisdom?
wisdom.
Oh, so I got 12.
Perception machine
12? Okay. You two don't see anything. You see one, and then like you get up close. You're like, wait, Oh, that's not one.
It's just like a nod.
That's
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Set it
would you
ablaze.
do the honors?
Alright.
As I kind of like put your sword back and you
To the honors of what?
have a torch in your hand.
Yeah, but I lit them on fire.
Oh, okay, you already
So
did that?
you
Cool.
sticking a torch to it, they're very flammable and they
Pour,
go
I
like
pour a
that.
little bit of like alcohol in my mouth, and I trigger like that.
Alright,
Because I have to.
You got like whiskey on
Can
you?
he burn his eyebrows off?
The alcohol wasn't like high enough proof. You just kind of spit.
Yeah, I
the-
just.
Okay, good.
You're telling me I don't keep Everclear in my flask? How dare you, sir?
No.
I wanted him to
No,
burn his
ruin
eyebrows
it.
off.
So
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like-
you now have now dwindling fire of this weird creation, and it smells a little like honey, a little like
Now I'm sad that I
A
just.
little like
a
burning
little,
fur.
little sweet,
Yeah.
a little like burnt fur. Yeah, it's
I cut it open and scoop out the honey. It's filled with fur.
yeah, it's definitely not honey.
No,
Nice.
no.
It's something weird.
Well,
I mean, hey.
So should we head out?
I look to the open gates and I say,
Let's go.
shall we?
Yeah.
So
So there's only one nest?
there's 2 nests.
Oh, but we just took care. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So, looking now at the manor, you see it is a large stone brick building with columns that raise above and form a canopy over a balcony over the entrance to this place. It's rather nice, obviously belonged to somebody wealthy. However, it appears to be in disarray. You see some cracked windows, you see cracked brick and stone, and a lot of the plant life on the outside you can tell it was once tended to, but now has been left to overgrow and die.
Recently, or
It doesn't look like anything's been done to this place recently, well, at least on the outside. So, what would you like to do?
Do we see the front door?
You do see the front door.
Any visual? Yeah,
It's
open.
closed.
Okay. I'm going to walk up to the front door, and from
Yeah.
like 5 feet away, I'm going to see if my mage hand can open the door.
Okay. Casting your mage hand, it is again locked.
Question: are there any windows?
Yes, there are a few cracked
Yeah, I wanna,
windows.
like, peek
Can I
in.
creep? Yeah, I want to creep up to a window and
Okay.
peek in. See if I
where
can
my
see
thing
anything.
goes. Alright, so you look into the window, and the one that you look into, you see what appears to be the silhouette, just from the lighting, of a dining table. Rather long, with several, with like chairs on either head, and then 3 aligning each side. From this vantage point through the muggy window, you're unable to make out much other than that. It does appear to open up to another room further back,
Yeah.
but you can't really see.
Is it dusty? I'm assuming. Like-
Everything like the window seal's dusty, the window's dusty. It all seems
Cool.
pretty
Your
Okay.
hair is dusty.
from this
So
perspective at least.
I'm assuming
My perspective, the house is dusty.
am I attempting to pick the lock, or are we just smashing a window?
Perhaps we should try subtler methods first.
That'd probably be smart. I will.
Subtle means not
attempt
window smashing,
to
right?
Pick the lock of the
Okay.
front door.
Go ahead and make another lock picking check.
Natural
baby.
20.
27.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
this
that,
one
It's that knack.
much easier, much more nimble. You get in. Maybe takes you about 5
She was,
seconds just to.
She was warming up.
Quick-
Yeah, I was warming
Yeah.
up on that gate.
You quickly unlatch the lock, and you have now the unlocked door to open up.
Cool. So we using the mage hand to go. I'm 7
Is there
back from the door.
before we open the door? Is there space under the door at all? Space, perhaps thin enough for paper.
Yeah, looking into it, you could fit a piece of paper in it.
Oh yeah, and you can
I
see
send
through.
my record hunter under
Nice.
the door and reform him into a swallow on the other side.
Okay.
And I want to know what he sees.
Yeah, you can see through his eyes.
All right, so looking through the eyes of your swallow, you see a square room, a foyer, a room where the floor is made of cracked marble tile. You can see on the wall across from the door, a large painting, a portrait of 2 individuals. However, there is a large tear and gash over the faces that covers up most of the defining features of the 2 individuals. You see some overturned furniture. It looked to at one point be nice, but now has been left to rot and collect dust. At this point, that is all you see, and you see that the room to the left and right opens up to 2 other rooms.
I just hold up my hand to the party and I send the swallow to the room to the left.
To the left, okay. You see the same room with the dining table. However, this time, getting a better look closer, you see that the dining table has been long abandoned. However, there is, at the head of one side of the table, there is a cleaned off, neatly placed placemat where food may have been placed before. However, it is only that one spot that's clean. The rest is absolutely covered in dust. And a chandelier barely dangles from a thread above the...
Oh boy, so that plate is giving me pause. I'm going to make a stealth check, make sure that my record hunter stays hidden.
Okay, go ahead and make a...
Oh my god, that's a 7 plus 8, 15.
It's plus 8 to itself.
It plus 8 stealth. It's pretty good at that. Yeah, it's little.
Alright.
It's made of people.
It's not.
A little dude. So I fly to the other adjacent room to the foyer just to get a quick look at what's going on the right side.
Okay. To the right, you see a room with walls lined with bookshelves. You see, several chairs. These are not overturned, but they look like they have not been used in a while. They have collected a thick layer of dust. However, all of the walls in this area are lined with bookshelves.
Okay, I just perch the record hunter on one of the chairs, and I tell the party, well, I don't see a happy home, certainly. However, no one in the first 3 rooms. I suggest we proceed with caution until we know what we're dealing with.
Okay.
Also, the room to the left and to the right both opened up to another room that way.
Currently, the room to our left seems to be a dining table. I saw some, I wouldn't call evidence, but rather notions that someone might have been here recently. The right is some sort of library. All the furniture's been overturned and thrown about. But I suggest we move quiet.
Let's push forward.
Alright, you can open the door.
Yeah,
You're still standing right there.
Stealthily, peek my head in through the door and open it.
Okay.
Nice and
make
softly.
a stealth check.
20.
20. Okay. Okay. So, peeking your head through the door, you see the same cracked floor, marble tiled foyer, and the same dining table and bookshelf.
I will
Library.
also go in stealthily.
Okay. Go ahead and make a
I'm
stealth
also going to do so.
19.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Hey, baby!
I'm just gonna walk in.
Yeah. Respect.
Alright.
Fair
Burn a
enough.
little.
So yeah, you all stealthily, some not, make your way
You're going to waste my natural 20 with this?
into the foyer. You all stand
Is
there.
everybody home?
He said there was
Looking
nobody
around,
there.
you see unlit braziers on either side of the wall. However, that is all you see.
Okay.
So is this
I'm going to go immediately
Yes,
into...
it appears to be a one-story house. But
So
rather
we've checked out the
wide.
room to the left.
Yes.
I say we
There
go to
are
the
rooms
right.
to the right?
Yes.
I'm moving
It's-
immediately
to the left is the
room
dining
to the right.
table.
Yeah,
to
that's
the
what
right
I'm
is the
thinking.
library.
That's what I was thinking.
What's that?
The right.
The right? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go to any room that has yet to have been explored.
Okay.
There's
so,
2 sets.
Yeah. So it goes out and then
Right.
that way.
Okay. I'll go to the
so-
one that hasn't been explored on the right.
Okay.
Because I never
So
explored it.
right. So everyone goes to the library, and you see this library is lined with bookshelves, and they're mostly look to be untouched. However, there are certain areas that appear to have a thinner layer of dust, where you see books have been taken and not replaced.
I will, my record hunter has an ability called Seek Knowledge. It intuitively knows the layout of any library it enters and can find specific knowledge within. So I'm just going to simply set
It's
the
almost
record
like it
hunter
hunts
out.
for records.
It does, in fact, hunt for records. So I'm going to send the record hunter out and just find the most recently used book, or the least dusty, if you will.
Okay.
Yeah, look, dust.
So the record keeper takes a second, flies around, and darts to one book, and
Go
so
over
you
and pluck the book off the shelf.
pick it up. It appears
Start
to be almost nearly as dusty as the rest, and this is a romance novel.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I throw it into my satchel. I'm just going to let my record seeker... taking them all. I'm gonna let my record hunter just run around, kind of taking any book that it thinks is of interest, just reading binders, you know.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna take any book it sits next to and throw it in my satchel.
Okay.
That's gonna get heavy.
I love books. I'm taking them.
All right, so it plucks out a few. None are particularly noteworthy. There are different novels, different stories. Nothing that would tick you off as being particularly significant. You feel that like
It's
the
just
books
the
that have
library.
been taken are
Right.
maybe would have been significant, but you're not sure.
Okay.
I walk straight through the library. The books are of no interest to me, so I move on to the next room.
I wonder
Okay.
why.
The
Yeah, I'm also
ne-
going to the next
Yeah,
one.
the next
Not a
room.
book guy.
You come into a what appears to be a living room. There's furniture and an empty fireplace. A large rug is scattered on the floor. There's a plant that appears to actually be kept up and alive, like
I'd like to investigate.
lush and green, vibrant.
Do I know what kind of plant this is?
Go make a nature check.
I'm not expecting to. 14.
14. It's just like a fern.
Yeah. I was wondering if it's
Just a
is
nice
this the
Yeah.
kind of plant that requires regular upkeep? Is basically what I was looking for.
It looks like it would have died. It probably does require upkeep from what you can
That's
tell.
doesn't make me any more comfortable.
Let's go into the next
So you said fireplace, rug.
Yeah, fireplace, rug, some furniture,
Furniture.
like a smaller bookshelf that
I
has
check out
like,
the
just more
fireplace.
dusty books. None particularly interesting.
I check out
Okay,
the fireplace.
well,
Is
yeah.
it like just all ashes? Or
Yeah, it's all ashes. You look up into it, dark. You can't really see the top of it. It appears to be cluttered with some.
Is the furniture just all the same amount of dusty as everything
Yeah,
else?
dust, ruined, rotted, and it does open up into what you can see from this perspective, a hallway.
I send my record hunter through the hallway. I assume under the same stealth check that I got earlier.
Go ahead and make another stealth check.
6. So that's a 14.
14. Okay. Sending down the hallway, it goes forward. You see 2 doors on the right, 1 door on the left.
Gang, it's time to split up.
We're splitting the party.
Split up and look for clues.
Exactly.
Splitting the party.
How many doors were there?
3.
1 on the left, 2 on the right.
I move forward. Anything of note in the hallway at all?
Actually, the hallway is completely bare, other than the doors.
Creepy. I motion to the party that I am moving to the room to the right, the 1 door on the right, correct?
Okay.
And I
There's
motion anyone.
1 on the left. There's 2 on the right. but
I'll
you
go to
can-
the one on the left.
I'll go
One
to
on
the further one on the right.
Okay.
I'll go to the
All right.
one
So
on
the first one left. Okay.
And
So
I'll go to the
you
one
like
on the
all
right. Yeah, I'll
open
go
at
to
the
the
same
third
time,
one.
or what?
Yeah, all 3 doors. So you're so Cora's
That's a
on
good way to trigger
Sync
multiple
mark.
encounters.
Cora's on the right.
I'm
Back.
multi-
I'm on the right here, and then Vistra.
And I
Morthos.
whisper, we meet back in the hallway.
Okay. So
Yeah.
No.
Where else are we gonna meet?
Nah, but
As-
I was just making
I was gonna
sure.
hop out a window. I don't know about you guys.
so as you open the door on the left, it opens up into a courtyard.
Roll for it.
A
courtyard?
Yeah, a courtyard. Filled with, it has a single bench. Not.
This courtyard's lame.
It seems to be not dirty like the rest of like the furniture, and you see lively, lush plants that are
So
appear to
this
be well
guy's a
kept.
Oh
goddamn gardener.
hell no. Okay. Anyone?
Is he
Anything
growing
of
some
note besides the
marijuana?
plants?
In this
It's all weed.
All of
It's
it.
all
We're
weed.
actually just in like an illegal
You,
pot
those are
house.
some sketchy ferns.
Yeah.
That's why people are getting abducted. He can't have his operation trampled by some stupid kids.
Exactly.
The kid comes on the door. What are you fucking narc?
So anything of note besides the plants and the bench?
Nothing of that.
I go check the bench for inscriptions.
Okay. You.
is it like a closed off courtyard or is it just like an opening with like a patio?
It is. It's a closed off.
It's like an
courtyard. It seems to be
interior to
completely
the
surrounded
house.
by all the
Okay.
walls.
Right. Okay. So it's an interior house
Yeah.
courtyard.
And you look at the. Excuse me. Look at the bench, and there is an inscription actually on like the head of it, and you see it says Kona.
Kona?
C-O-N-A.
Kona.
Okay.
That's like 1 away from you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's your long lost sister.
All right. Well.
The
Kona.
bench.
What are
Kona
Kona.
and Cora.
Twin
You had
sisters.
some creative names.
what are these young ladies doing?
Okay,
Well,
so
Sister's
yeah,
with
and
you.
as you open the door,
Yeah, she's with you.
Oh, my bad.
the first door on the right, as
Yeah,
you
that's
open
what
it,
I'm going in.
It opens up into what appears to be a closet. You see there
Oh,
are.
nice.
That's what the guy's with.
Sir, I need money.
Check the pockets.
I know you got an operation going on here.
There are scattered clothes. There is. You can see a small, like, child-sized, dirty mattress that's just laying on the floor in a single.
Harry Potter? Is he here?
And then you can see a what's the material called? Like
Velvet?
potato sacks are made of this.
Burlap.
Burlap, yeah, like a burlap cloth that looks like a makeshift
Oh.
blanket. And as you open the door
Light it on fire.
the
How
far
big is
right,
this damn closet?
you see what appears to be a
Just big
master
enough for-
bedroom. There is a large, like king-sized bed with a canopy over top with
I don't like
like
this.
lacy
I don't know this at all, actually.
curtains that come down and curl around the sides. And you see like a wardrobe and
Is it
very
dusty
nice
at all?
furniture.
Is this,
but also,
is this dusty or?
this actually looks to have been recently slept in.
That's not what I like to hear. Is there anybody in the bed right now?
There's nobody in the bed right
I look in, look back, kind of go, I'm a fucking idiot, and I walk inside.
now. Okay. Walking inside. No.
7 rocks fall and you die.
You walk
The door
inside
slips.
and you see just the bed, the wardrobe. There's a nightstand. Not much else to it other than that.
I'm gonna walk in that room and go take
I'm
a
gonna,
nice
I'm gonna
nap.
investigate the drawers and shit.
Okay. Pulling through all the drawers, you see what appears to. Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Yeah, oof, baby. Non-natural 20.
Okay. Looking through it, you see lots of different clothes. Very nice, fine clothes. Appears to be male clothes.
What size?
Like
Would it fit me?
it would probably. Yeah, it would probably fit you. Actually, pretty well. Actually.
I snag like the nicest pair of clothes.
I like how we're just stealing.
Yeah,
everything
fuck it,
we
I'll
want
make
from
it
this
two.
house.
Yeah.
I'm always in the mood for some nice clothes.
Other than that,
I'm a
not much.
criminal.
And I have to write down
Steal
2
shit.
more sets of fine clothes.
Okay.
I've come back in from the
Yeah,
hallway.
we go back into the hallway, and is there where do we want to explore?
So all I find
before
in the
I leave
clothes,
the
nothing in the-
courtyard, I send my record hunter up straight through. I assume there's no ceiling on this thing.
On the court, yeah, no.
Yeah, alright, it's open air. So I'm gonna get an aerial view of the house, just see kind of how much further we have to go.
Okay.
How deep this thing is.
Yeah. So you see that you have been. There weren't any doors leading from the hallway or that bedroom. It looks like you'd have to go all the way back around to go to the area you haven't explored yet.
About how many, like, how big is the area?
Yeah.
I've
It looks
explored?
about like one decent sized room and then one tiny one.
Also,
Okay.
there was nothing else in the master bedroom but besides the clothes, nothing in the drawers, no.
No.
Okay. Let's see what I have.
I'm
Alright,
gonna
well, yeah,
go back
I go
around.
rejoin in the hallway, and I let the party know of what I've seen. It turns out there's not very much left to this home. We've hit our dead end here, but there do seem to be 1 or 2 more rooms around the other way.
Looks like there's been somebody sleeping in a closet. so
And someone's
that's
sleeping
not a good sign.
in. Someone's been sleeping in my master bedroom.
Maybe he kidnapped people. That's what I'm
The things in the
assuming.
closet do appear to be dusty and not used for a while.
Aw.
Can I
At one point, Master gave Daddy a song.
Can I give like a rough estimate as to how long ago someone was in that master bed?
For all you know, it could have been like a minute ago. It doesn't seem to.
Okay, we're continuing down the hallway.
Is it made
There
or
is no
it
more
unmade?
hallway. We have to go back around.
It is
Yeah,
kind of like
Oh.
hastily made, like someone just threw it over.
Okay, so
Oh,
can we
did the
walk
courtyard
around?
have any other doors?
The courtyard did not have any other doors.
Got
It
it.
seemed the only entrance was from this hallway.
Okay.
Okay, let's turn around,
Pull like
gang.
the 2-sided
Go walk
Bill
back.
hat and the
Gang.
monocle from Sherlock, and
What?
I'm just like, I'm shiny. I don't.
Yeah.
So you guys go all the way around
Yeah.
to the back?
Go all the way around.
Okay. From the dining room is the first room, or the last room that you have been to. The next room is a kitchen. You see
Ooh, we eating good tonight.
pots and pans hanging from a shelf, as well as a large cooking area that looks to be at least recently used. You look down underneath where like you would put fire into it. There are very faint embers.
Now that
I suppose
thoroughly
I'd
reassured.
like to make a check to see about how long ago that fire would have been used. So you see embers. Is there any time estimate I can make off of that?
Sure, make a nature check. And actually that'd be sort of 5.
It's like a 4.
4. Okay.
But I'm like half fire.
Yeah.
I got a good grasp of
what'd you
fire.
roll?
Yeah, you're not really
A 2.
sure. Maybe
It's an
yesterday,
intelligence
the
check,
latest.
Well, then it's a
Um,
6.
Okay. Yeah, maybe could have been yesterday for all you know.
Could have been yesterday. Cool.
Also
I
there-
see how much food, or what kind of food, rather, has been prepared in this area.
Looking around, it appears to have been clean, spotless, and there is another like a cupboard area, like with the door closed.
Let's go to the cupboard.
And I
Yeah.
hesitantly open the cupboard.
Okay.
I confidently open it up.
Alright.
Good God, man.
Opening it up, you see a pantry full of food, and
What kind of food?
there is.
Cookout?
Taking any potatoes?
Potato.
Yeah, I want all the
Um,
potatoes.
But Actually, there are some potatoes. There are different vegetables, some meats.
Let's start.
I'm
the
not about to
trend
fight
now.
Vistra for potatoes. Let her have
Meats
them.
in the cupboard, though?
There,
It's like spam.
yeah, like
It's canned.
vegetables.
But like, I imagine like cured meats and stuff like that.
Yeah, cool.
I'll take
And
a-
you see
I'll take
a
a log of salami.
rug that has been like folded in half, basically, to reveal a trapdoor in the ground.
Wait, in the cupboard?
Okay.
Yeah, in the cupboard.
Before we do
In the
anything
cupboard
hasty
on the ground.
and
There's-
go
I
to
jumped.
where whoever is here would
It's
probably
like a
be,
walk-in cupboard.
let's check what's in this last room. I say
That
to
is
the party.
That is the last room.
I thought there was one more room after, from what
This-
I could
this
tell.
is the tiny room.
Oh, this is the tiny room.
Oh, well,
Cool.
I don't know about you.
So I'm
guys.
sneaking
So
down
no more
there.
doors, just this trapdoor.
From what you can tell,
Okay, I
you
want to
explored the
stealthily
wall.
open the trapdoor or see if it's locked.
Okay. You reach for it and it is not locked.
Cool.
I
So I'm
fling
gonna
it.
open it
I,
very stealthily.
I do happen to have a piece of paper to slide under, so I tell Cora, as carefully as you can, lift up just a crack for me.
Okay.
And I drop my record hunter down.
Okay.
Go, Montauk.
But
As
wouldn't it
you-
be too dark for him to like see anything?
Well, we share vision. I don't. Ooh, actually, he has
Yes.
different stats than I do.
He shares
I
that.
have dark vision, but I don't know if he does.
He does when you're looking through his eyes.
Cool. Yeah, I have devil sight and dark sight. So.
So you approach the trapdoor, you lean in close, and as you just barely open it,
Hey, do you have eyes of the back of the chain? That one invocation that lets you do that? You know?
That's a thing that Pact of the Chain just
Yeah,
has.
I know, but there's a specific thing that lets you do a lot more.
Anyway,
so
I do
you're-
not.
You're hit with a wave of foul-smelling air.
Okay.
It smells of pungent chemicals and excrement, and the room dimly glows with a faint blue light. And you can, listening closely, you hear what sounds almost like feral primal moans
Oh
of
boy.
pain and agony.
You want me to refresh that stealth check on Montauk?
Yes.
Better every time. 10.
10. Okay, so you fly down in the shape of a swallow, right? And you dip down, and there is a ladder to get down, and it opens up into what appears to have been, at one point, a wine cellar. However, it looks to have been, on one side, dug out to make it larger. So there's one part where it's like smooth stone worked wall, and then the other, like one of the walls looks to have just been excavated inward, and just to extend the room.
Having heard that there are actual moans, I turn to the party and say, someone's down there. Something, someone.
I'm gonna light a torch before we go down there so we can see what we're working with.
Okay. And
Stealth isn't my thing.
so through the eyes of your familiar, you see against one of the sides of the worked walls, you see a blue lantern that is just giving off the only source of light in this room, and you see a man. He is hunched over a table and currently seems to be writing something. On the opposite side where the cave has been dug in, you see a number of different cages and prisons, and you see animals and different just dark shapes that you're not able to make out a ton of them because just the lighting is pretty bad. However, this is definitely where the noise is coming from. There are caged animals, maybe people, just rattling against the insides of their prison.
So those that are moaning are not free to move around.
Correct. Anything that's making sound is behind some sort of bar.
My torch will work.
I am going to relay this to the party at this point. There's a man writing at a desk, and beside him, many cages, holding beast and man.
Sounds like something we should take care of.
Sorry, go on.
It's up to you guys. What do you want to know?
I wanna open the
I see.
trapdoor.
So I guess,
Oh,
do I see anything of note in the room? Any weapons that he might have through my record hunter's eyes?
How thorough of a search are you going to make?
I'm willing. I look to the party and say, if my record hunter gets us had, will you guys be ready to jump at the opportunity and run down?
Yes.
Yes.
I am going to drop the stealth entirely and just get a full survey of everything in that room. Just run the record hunter around until I know everything about it. I don't care if he sees it.
Okay. So, doing that. So you run the record keeper around. You see these cages, and also in the back, you see what appears to have been another dug-out area with, this time, instead of like individual confined cages, this one appears to have been a prison bar, like built into the wall, and you see a large shadowy mound behind it. And behind the bars, you hear the clinking of chains and the moaning of some low gurgling sound. You look around. At this point, the fluttering of the paper has caught the eye of the man, and he looks at you, and he gives a very curious look, and then
The moment I catch him noticing me, can I drop the swallow and turn it into a simple piece of paper?
Sure, and then so
A simple piece of paper floats down. And as it's written, it is indistinguishable from normal paper to anyone but me.
okay. He says, "That's strange," and he walks. You watch as he. So you still have eyes through him, right?
No, when he is not in form, I can't actually. He doesn't have eyes for me to use, so I've lost sight.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all you hear is like, "That's strange" from up on above the trapdoor.
Right.
Picks it up.
Is the trapdoor not emitting any light that he would notice? Like the fact that we've lifted it.
No, we
doesn't
put it
appear-
back down, I thought, after we
Yeah,
put it
basically we
down.
just kind of like a little.
The only light
Yeah.
that would be there would be daylight, because there's no artificial light on the inside of this place. And you guys are in a cupboard, which is also
Yeah.
blocking out most of the
Oh, so
light.
you don't have any vision.
I look to Vistra and I say,
You can't see.
put away the torch.
What do you mean?
Please
You
put
don't
away
have
the torch.
So?
I just mean like if we go down there.
You hear, "There's somebody there."
Disadvantage.
What should we say?
I cast Shatter. No, I'm just kidding. Let him know.
I feel like we should talk to this man.
That doesn't
Why?
seem the best idea.
This is not.
What, do you just want to murder him? What are we gonna do?
I'd like to
keeping
figure
her
out.
voice touched, I assume.
The keeper of beast and man? Who else could he possibly be?
I propose we get down the ladder one at a time, as quick as possible,
Yes.
and confront him. We do not have to kill him until we know what's going on, but if he poses a threat, we pose a threat.
Yes, yes.
Let him learn first.
I agree. I would not suggest you go first.
Why?
You don't have dark vision?
Yes,
she
I
does.
do.
You have
You
dark
don't.
vision?
Dwarves do.
I have
Dwarves have dark vision.
You're the only.
Nice.
You're
I
the
have-
only one
I
who
have
does.
dark
You're the only
Cool,
one who
then
can't
I'm
see the
going
dark.
last. Let's go.
There is a small blue, I say to Cora,
There's faint
fear
light,
not, there's
yeah.
a small blue light in the room. You shouldn't be totally blind, just
Was he
simply
wearing
straight.
anything?
If I stay behind, maybe I can.
He kind of just
avoid
went around
his
surveying
gaze,
the room. He didn't
because
get
I can
quite a
hide
good look
it.
at him, and the lighting was pretty poor from his perspective.
Cool.
I have dark vision, and
So
if he
I'm
turns
going
out
down
to be a
last. Going
threat,
down last.
I
We're
can
good.
Yeah, she's
eliminate
the
him
best
quickly,
option.
and I have the most
Okay.
health.
Alright.
Very true. Good statement. Okay, so
We're all gonna sneak down.
Okay.
Alright.
Who's first?
Vistra.
Yeah, marching order, I guess, is
Vistra.
Vistra. I will go second.
Third.
yeah.
Are you doing it stealthily?
Yes.
I'm
Okay.
going stealth.
So everyone makes stealth checks.
Oh, baby, that natural one.
Same.
2 natural one.
Nice.
Well, I got an 8.
Wait, is that a natural one?
Natural one, you don't get that.
Actually, you
What?
re-roll natural ones.
oh,
You're a
fucking
halfling.
rogues.
No,
Wait,
it's a
that's a
halfling.
halfling
It's a
thing?
halfling
Oh,
thing.
nice.
Okay, well there I go.
Halfling
That's
luck.
pretty good.
Yep.
Now
so you
I
roll
have
natural
25.
every time. If you roll a natural one on an ability check, saving throw, or an attack roll, you can re-roll as a halfling.
So what was your roll?
Yes, 25.
25. Okay. So
Fucking half.
was 19, 25,
Halfling.
One.
1,
11.
11. Gotcha.
You should have
So
lucky feet.
as you begin climbing down,
Roll 3 times a day.
you hear the creaking of the ladder as you go down, and you hear, "Who's there? Who is that?"
Friends, I shout out.
We're not here to cause you harm.
We just want to talk.
You continue going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't stop moving for shit.
So it's not a very deep ladder. You get down, and as you turn
like 3
around,
feet.
yeah.
I,
So you turn around and you see, lit with the blue light, a male human, medium height with short black hair. He has a scar that goes from the top of his left eyebrow all the way down over his eye to cover his lower right cheek.
Usually, there's a what?
A scar. And he has a bandage wrapped around his head to cover where his eye is. Over the bandage, he wears spectacles that are broken on the left side. And as he slowly makes his way closer to you, you see he walks with a limp.
Seems you've gotten into a scuffle.
Who are you?
A friend.
we're but
What are you doing in my laboratory?
laboratory, is it? Fascinating. I'm actually a scholar myself. What is it you're working on?
You should not be here.
And yet we
should
are.
not
Would you
be
answer my
here.
questions? You have nothing to lose by talking to us, nor do we have anything to gain by harming you. We
He-
simply want to talk.
Backs up slowly.
We are here because people are concerned.
Concerned with what?
Oh god. As I just like elbow Cora as hard as I can.
You've come from my research.
Afraid not, sir. You have the wrong idea. Do you have a name?
I'm Duran.
Durand? Durand?
Not that the name matters.
Oh, no, of course not. We are simply here on an, sort of a peaceful a mission of sharing knowledge.
His
you know?
one-eyed narrows.
We have come from a similar laboratory and look to sort of have a collaboration between the two.
Make a deception check.
Ooh,
Oh,
baby.
that's good.
We fucked.
Wait,
boys.
advantage?
Hey, you want to know what I rolled?
Natural 20. I get advantage, right?
He says,
Hey, you want to do a swap meet? Your dice for his dice.
liar.
Yeah, can we just like...
And he reaches over on the wall, grabs a lever, pulls it down, says,
Do I have any time to react within that?
this is slowly backing up. He was making his way over towards this. He says, Mother, Father, deal with them.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
That's
watch
not
as
good.
the prison gate that you saw begins to slowly,
Oh, dude.
and you watch the slow gurgling mass of something behind these bars comes forward from the shadow, and you see,
Wait, so it's one thing?
yeah, you see
Oh, even better.
some grotesque looking bulbous two-headed
Bulb?
axe-wielding monster that appears to just be covered in rags, tattered rags, and lots of different scars and stitches that look to be holding it together. It takes a step forward with a resounding thud,
Edward.
Oh, fuck you!
and that's where we'll leave this.
Daddy? What? Oh, what? We're stopping there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dad, one more chapter.
But come on, Dad.
Intense shit.
Yeah.
God damn it. You said it was Jorand?
Joran. Juran. Juran.
We still
All right.
Joran Kona, the crazed alchemist.
I like it.
That's
Duran.
So we'll leave it. Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
If you missed any of the episode, make sure to check us out on YouTube. The links in the description down below, or not the description, but the Twitch links down below. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys next episode. Bye.
Bye.